Hello, hello. See if anybody shows up here. I didn't really plan this. Did not really plan this at all. Inside here. Video. I am just me at the moment. It's okay. Let me see here, guys. See if anybody shows up here. I see one person. John, you're in the house. Good to see you. I'm still sorting everything out. I did not plan this very well. Be honest with you, I didn't plan this at all. Daddy Dutch, what's going on, buddy? All right. Couple of you in here. I did not plan this at all. So I'm over here unorganized and still getting everything going. So bear with me. My first live of 2024. So that's always exciting. What am I doing here? Okay. All right. Yeah. Can you hear me? I tested all that, so I'm sure we're good. Hi, Michelle. Good to see you. I'm still getting organized here, so bear with me. I planned this whole thing in just a few minutes. So yeah, so how's it going with you guys? Tell you what, well, crap. I'm sorry. Anyway, yeah, what's going on, folks? Actually, my first video, first live, first anything of 2024, and as I stated in my Merry Christmas video, I've taken a couple weeks off. Do it pretty much every year, just to kind of chill, hang with the family, get things going in the right direction. We had some stuff going on too. My wife has officially retired, so we had her retirement parties and all of that stuff. So, yeah, it's been pretty active around here. Haven't got a lot of rest, so yeah. I'm thank you. I've missed you guys. It's always nice to take a breather. A lot of stuff goes on around here first of the year, so I kind of back off away from the YouTube thing for at least 2 or 3 weeks. I'm going to try to have a video for you next week. Most likely going to be an indoor cook. I haven't really planned it out. My hands, I'm itching all over. God, wow. Am I dying? What's going on? Someone Google itching hands all the time. I think it's because it's freaking cold. It's been freaking cold around here. I think it's cold everywhere right now, but for here, it's been really cold. So it's going to get down into the single digits here. That doesn't do that very often. You want any fresh snow? You got 16 to, oh, wow. Yeah, we had really our first accumulation last night, and it wasn't more than a half an inch, if that. Pretty much gone by the time I ventured out. I drove to you had 11 days off. Yeah, it's very nice. Um, I ventured out and got my oil changed in my truck today. So that was interesting. Let's see here. I'm going to do something. I apologize. Da-da-da. Okay. That's what I wanted to see. Okay. All right, I'm back. I think y'all should be able to still hear me. I think we're good. I made a change on my. I got StreamYard up, and I also got YouTube up, and I wanted to make sure the volume was turned down on the YouTube, so I wasn't echoing. So yeah, like I said, we took a few weeks off, and I'm gonna get back to filming probably this week. It will be an indoor cook because, well, I'm a big wuss, and I ain't getting out there in this cold weather. So that's where we are. Guys, cheers to you, my usual Beeman 7. So let's see. Okay, y'all chatting with each other. That's cool. 40 mile per hour. Yeah, we've had some big winds. Big winds around here last few days. And they come in, of course, that's what brought all this cold weather in. And it's really the coldest day of the year, I believe, for here. It's going to get down into the teens tonight, or not two. It's going to get down single digits tonight. I think I've seen 5-6 degrees. That's big for here. Tom's Food Factory, good to see you, buddy. Good to see you here. Let's see what's going on here. We're on StreamYard. I can add a link here. There we go. There we go. But yeah, that's been pretty much it. Like I said, my wife officially retired. She's after 34 years at a large insurance company in Humana. She worked for Humana. They're going through some crazy times, but yeah. Good time for her to get out. They offered her a package, and she jumped all over it. Had a great little retirement party at our favorite winery over the last weekend. That was a lot of fun. Got to see meet a lot of her old coworkers, so that was cool. Man, I'm still. I think it's because it's cold. Maybe allergies. I don't know. That's weird. My hands and have been itching all day. I don't know what that is. So we'll deal with it. So what's going on with you guys? Everyone have a good Christmas, a good New Year, I'm hoping. Your retirement party's going to be your funeral. Probably me too. Yeah, that's probably the case with me as well. Yeah. Definitely for me as well. So, okay. Let me get caught up in, I think y'all just chatting with each other. I don't like the mist. Yeah, we definitely had some wind, man. I'll tell you what, I stopped. I was, where was I? I was coming home from work yesterday, and I stopped at an intersection, and man, the street light or the traffic lights, you'll see them swing like this. These things were like hanging out. These are big lights too. I don't know if you know how big traffic lights are at intersections. They're pretty big, and they were just kind of hanging out there, kind of parallel with the road for a little bit. That was pretty wild. So I haven't, like I said, I haven't done any outdoor cooks at all. I'm just not. I'm at a point in my life where I'm not getting out there. I'm gonna do some indoor cooks. I might break out the indoor grill here in the next couple of days and try to bring you guys a video because I think you deserve one. So we can get 2024 rolling in the right direction. So my live chat counter is kind of freaking out. I think we got more than what it's telling me. So I don't know, guys. I didn't plan this. Just to let you know, just to keep you updated. I got my multi-camera switch. I don't know really what to call it. I've had that for a while. I was waiting on some parts, and it finally come in the other day. These are my AC adapters for 2 of my cameras. So hopefully I'm gonna bring Kent. Kent is in here. Let me bring you on in, buddy.
Who the hell's
Oh, where'd you go?
Zach? Am I back? There I am. I hit the wrong button.
What's going on, man?
How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing good. Just thought I'd jump in here. Like I said, I haven't been on in a couple of weeks, so I just had to jump in and say hey.
You can see how cold it is here. I got my ice heater running behind me.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I'm down in the basement. It's a little cooler down here, so yeah.
Well, like I said, we got 40-some-mile-an-hour winds, and it's let me get it turned a little bit. There we go. And it's coming straight out of the north.
Oh, wow.
And the only blocking I have to my north is corn stubble.
Okay.
Town. So yeah, it's a little chilly out here.
It's today's probably been really cold. Let me see what it is tonight. It's supposed to get down into single digits tonight.
I'll take it. I'll trade you right.
Yeah, currently 29.
I'll even Venmo you $100.
Nice for it. Okay. Let's see here. Our league. Yeah, they're talking. Yeah, by 8 a.m. tomorrow morning, 7 degrees. So yeah.
The only thing open in town right now is the hospital.
Well, it's a good thing on that.
and probably a couple of the bar owners downtown are open. Other than that, everything's shut down.
I believe it. Yeah.
Everything.
So yeah, it's pretty wild. It's like it's wintertime or something.
Yeah, almost. So. How's your New Year, bud?
So far, so good. So just working, adjusting life around here. With like I said, my wife just officially retired.
I heard that. Congratulations to her.
Yeah, she is enjoying it. She's trying to be lazy, but she finds herself piddling around the house doing things. So,
when you and I are roughly the same age. I think you got me by a couple years, but I've been working since I've been 12, 13 years old.
Mm-hmm.
And if I retired right now, I would probably go stir crazy.
Me too. Me too.
I told the wife, and the wife already says, if we hit the lotto for about 500,000, she goes, you can quit your job because we won't have a bill. And then I said, yeah, no, we'll have a couple bills. She goes, what do you mean? I said, well, I'm going to have to pay for that brand new truck in a porch barbecue trailer somehow.
Yeah.
And she's like, well, do you need that big a trailer? I said, no, but they're not cheap either.
No, they're not.
I would set up and I would sling queue 3 days a week from March to, this year I could have went through December because we were warm in December. It's just, we turned that new year and Mother Nature flipped a switch and went bipolar.
That's exactly what happened here. Yeah. I got a little, I think I'm coming down with a little bit of something now because I can tell my voice is a little harder than what it usually is.
Need a little more beam.
I think you're right. But, yeah. Yeah, New Year's hit and the weather changed on us. But you know what? That happens every year. So we'll take what we get.
I mean, I saw somebody put, you don't have to scoop sunshine in Florida. I lived in Florida. I like to go back there to visit. But if I'm moving to Texas.
We have discussed that as well, Florida and Texas. To be honest with you, either one would work for me. I like to fish, so I'd have to be near water. So
I got my favorite uncle lives in Texas. So
a guy I watch, he does a lot of solo camping out of his truck quite a bit, and he's down in Texas at right. I think he did his first wintertime set up in a truck in a tent. He's got one of those rooftop tents on his truck, and down there, I think it got down to like 20 something. He did all right with the heater inside the tent. So, but Florida, I don't know. This time of year, Florida might be a better option. I don't
Yeah, I'll take Texas. And yeah, Tom, you're right. My favorite uncle is Uncle Steve.
know.
I'll be visiting him in about 5 weeks. We'll be down
Sweet,
there at the Houston Rodeo, and
sweet.
I am very much looking forward to that. It's always a good time. But if you see this little teal blue hat,
Hmm.
got to wear that for 4 or 5 days when I'm down there because I'm part of the cook team now. So
Oh, cool,
yeah,
cool. Now you talk about retirement. I worked with a gentleman. I say I work. He was retired. Uh, he actually owned a big engineering firm here in Louisville for many years. He retired and just didn't want to quit, so he just went back as an employee for him. And finally, he left there and he got bored, so he leased an office out of our building. And he passed away last year, maybe 2 years ago. I don't remember. He's 88 years old and literally was being wheeled into our office in a wheelchair. Still had clients calling for him, and he was a structural engineer, so he designed a lot of bridges and stuff. Uh, and up until his dying day, and I asked him one day, I said, when are you going to retire? And he laughed. He goes, I am retired. This is what I do for fun. And I said, you know, if that's what you want to do, I think at 88 you can do whatever you want.
yeah, you're damn right. I My folks are in Fort Ogden, Florida. My stepdad said he's ready to go back and get a job, and I said, "Why?" He goes, "I won't be as busy."
I believe it.
He's a handyman, wiring, plumbing.
Yeah.
Um, he's a jeweler by trade, so he can fix your watch, he can fix your necklace, he can remount a diamond in a ring,
Hmm.
all that stuff. And he's like, the problem is your mother won't keep her mouth shut. She volunteers me for jobs. And I said, well, damn it, Gary, what do you expect? And she's like, and he's like, yeah, but she's cutting into my golfing time.
Yeah.
Now, mind you, this guy's had the same set of clubs. And when they came out, they were state of the art clubs.
Yeah.
The same set of clubs for 40 years. And I would hate to see if I had bought him new what state of the art is now.
Yeah.
He's shooting. Oh, he shoots probably an 80 to 82 on
Wow.
a car. Yeah, he's like a 9 handicap
Mm. So
on 18 holes.
I
So
can't believe I've made it over 30 years in the engineering business and never swung a golf club.
yeah,
Everyone around me's plays, but I never did.
that's because you got that same bug I got
Fishing.
while fishing and barbecue.
Barbecue definitely got that. I discovered that good golfing days are also good fishing days. And
Oh yeah, yeah. So
so let's see here. Let's see. I'm just peeking in the chat for a second.
yeah.
Make sure I'm not-
Right now, Tom, we're about 13 below right now.
13 below. Woo!
Yeah.
Man.
Hey, let me look. Stupid phone. Come on. I take that correct. We're 15 below.
Ooh. Yeah, you can have that.
It's better. It's better.
We dip down in the negative every once in a while, but it's not very much.
Yeah.
No.
Well,
We're due a big snow. We haven't had a big snow in a long time. So every year I keep saying this might be the one. So
a week ago, I still had green grass and dry pavement on the patio.
yeah.
I'm going to have to. Let's put 3 days this week. I brought the plow truck home and cleaned the driveway.
Wow.
And last night, I had to be in at 4:30 this morning, or I got up at 4:30 this morning. So I went to bed about 8:30 last night. 10:30, finally sound asleep. My phone rings. my kid on his way back from work. Not even a half block up the road, puts it in a snow drift.
Oh,
So I got to get dressed, fire up my truck, go out there. Had to put it in 4 low and tug on it about a half dozen times to get him out of that drift.
oh man.
He has a GMC Sonoma.
Oh man.
I told him tonight on his way home, I said, listen, you get stuck, you're on your own tonight. Dad's going to bed.
Going to bed.
I'm not going to bed for about another 5 hours. That's what I told him.
I'm at the Ford dealership today. I'm totally, because they always come to you want you to do something else. It's pretty normal. And the guy walks in, my truck's back to being serviced, oil change, tire rotation, doing the normal. And I'm getting close on tread. I'm hoping I can make it through this year or through this winter and put new tires on. I don't know, next year, maybe, hopefully. And I know my battery's starting to get weak, and it's going to be cold, so it could be an issue. And sure enough, I look up, and he's walking and talking to another customer. Just tested your battery. You need a new battery. He goes, he started laying out the numbers. I said, okay, it's that time of year. They're pushing batteries. And sure enough, he walks through and he wants to sell him a new battery for a little over $300, I think, whatever it was. And I'm yeah. And he goes, no, I'm good. He goes, I'm good. Thank you. I just do the whole change tire rotation. Sure enough, it wasn't 10 minutes later, he's walking to me.
What?
So what do you want?
What kind of vehicle do you have?
Yeah. It was almost $300, I think, if I remember right. And he looks at me and says, yeah, you need a new battery. I said, I'm going to pass. I heard your quote a minute ago.
A 31 series battery for a reefer runs about $125, and that's an interstate.
Exactly. I said, I told the wife, I said, I do need a battery. I know, but I'm not buying their battery.
No. It'll probably cost you that in gas, but Ken, you drive up here, I'll put it in for free.
There you go. All right. Yeah, I'll get there's plenty of places around here to get one.
That's with the industry I'm in. I'm fortunate because the pricing I get is the pricing our company gets. So you were talking about tires on your truck. Mine are thin. Any thinner, NASCAR's going to use them for racing slicks. And
I still got some tread. I think I can make it through okay because it's getting down to the little indicator line, but I've still got a little tread on there.
I'm above the DOT wear bar, but I'm an ex-tire guy, so I know better. And I probably should have got them done a couple months ago. But hey, are you? Oh yeah, you're a Bengals fan, aren't you?
Oh yes. Oh yeah. There we go.
Cleveland just got their ass handed to them.
Who?
Cleveland.
Oh really?
45-14.
God, Bengals beat them pretty bad last week, so
yeah.
And Bengals are out of it.
Well, Houston had 2 pick sixes.
Okay, nice.
But it was 14-10 Cleveland in the second quarter.
All right.
So for Houston to put up 45 points on the number one defense is something else.
There you go. Look, we got Rolling Smoke Barbecue and Cooking in here. Good welcome. Glad to see you.
Oh, I talked to Rolling Smoke, for the love of God. The only reason I know Ken's name is I just dropped one letter off mine. I can remember it, and it's in. Please put your name in the chat again. As soon as he puts it in there, I'm going to know it, but I can't think of it.
I'm bad with names. I'm horrible with names. Let's see.
And I talked to him the other night, and it's like, ugh. But back to the tires. So I stopped at Performance Tire here in town, which we take a lot of our pickup tires and Rob, damn it.
I think I knew that, but I wasn't 100% sure.
we take our pickup tires too and stuff like that,
Okay.
And so I asked Josh, the owner, he's down there, said, here's what I'm looking at. He says $1,300.
Yeah.
So then I called Bo, who does all our recapping for our drive tires and our trailer tires. 210 a piece installed.
Mm.
I was supposed to be getting them put on this morning, but with this blizzard, I guess we're waiting until next Saturday. The wife's out here trying to get Zippy the Wonder Mutt to go outside, which he's a short-haired Chihuahua.
Okay, I got two.
Okay.
I know it's horrible.
You got that open?
I can't get it open.
It's stuck. It's frozen. Come on, Chico.
Oh my goodness.
I just put it back.
Yeah, I hear you, Tom. Yeah, if you're doing Uber, you kind of need those extra. You need to make sure you got good tires in this weather too. Definitely.
Oh. All right, I'll be back. Sorry, Steven. Oh, Steven. I bet it's just freezing where you're at. What is it, about 68 degrees? Nice north wind to cool you off.
And then you're in Trinidad, right? I think.
Steven's never seen one of these. I guarantee you that.
Yeah, what's a heater? Who needs a heater?
Yeah, he's more worried about 12 fans blowing on him at once.
All right.
Little cabana girls fanning him.
That's where I want to go visit Steve.
I would definitely go visit Steven right now.
That'd be cool. Absolutely. Yeah.
Honey, I'm going to Trinidad and Tobago. See you. Like, no, the hell you are. He only has room for one of us. Huh? No, you're not. Well, okay. She goes, I'll sleep on top of you. Oh, I haven't got that offer in a while.
Yeah, there we go. Nice. So, 78. It's 78 in Trinidad. Yeah, exactly. I think it's
93 degrees warmer than I am.
It is currently 29. So, and I'm feeling it.
Well, I tell you what, it's not too bad in here with the heater going. So
yeah,
could be worse. I could be sitting in Kansas City, getting ready for that playoff game.
Oh yeah, cool.
30 below wind chill there.
Ooh, yeah.
It's so cold they're not going to be able to see Taylor Swift in her box because it's going to be iced up. I love it.
Oh my God, that's going to piss her off. You know that. They won't show her as often.
Oh, it'll piss the Swifties off because they got to buy it to watch her on Peacock.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
That's the only place that game is on is Peacock. So you gotta buy the subscription to watch it, which we already have, so it doesn't matter to me. I got a buddy 20 miles south of there. He says, you know what? We found a local channel because they have like the Fire Stick with their Roku and stuff.
Yeah. We're
actually able to pick up St. Joe, Missouri's NBC channel.
Oh, wow.
You can only watch it in the Miami Metro and Kansas City Metro. And St. Joe is close enough, and they can pick up St. Joe's signal that he doesn't have to pay for Peacock to watch a game tonight.
There you go.
Yeah, I was just going to have people come over, set up lawn chairs, charge $5 a head.
There you go. Heck yeah. I like it. $5. That's cheap. You talk about your Chihuahua. I got two, and if we get any amount of snow at all, Mama makes me go out back and sweep a place in the yard for him to go pee.
Oh, we have it's quote unquote my son's dog, even though that dog's attached to my wife at the hip. When we get a snow blow out the patio out the back door over here, he'll take 3 swipes 20 feet into the yard. Just strike, and right now I can see grass sticking up, but it is on his paws. He's like, ain't doing it.
Neither one of these. They're
Fortunately,
getting older now too, so it's even worse.
yeah, in the corner of the garage, we got one of them puppy pads sitting there. So hopefully he uses that.
Yeah.
I got it under the snowblower tire, so if he has to hike a leg, he's
There
gonna
you go.
be on the snowblower tire, and then the puppy pad will catch it. Because otherwise, I'm like, I don't want that dog doing that in my garage. I mean, I cook out here for crying out loud.
I hear you.
Which, by the way, if it'll probably be about 9:30, 10 o'clock your time.
Yeah.
Switch things around. We're going to do breakfast in the morning. I haven't done that live in a while, so
Okay.
we're going to do some eggs, some bacon, some hash browns, and some French toast.
You gonna do it? So you gonna do that live?
Yeah.
Cool.
Probably about 9:30, maybe 10 o'clock Eastern, so 9 o'clock
Okay.
my time.
I'll check it out. We're gonna get up and I'm sure I'm gonna cook breakfast in the morning. I'm not gonna film it probably, but gonna have to get to the grocery at some point just to pick up a few little things.
Yeah.
So, but yeah,
I'm going to brave the elements and go outside on the round Blackstone.
probably not. I'm getting old and wimpy, man. I don't get out there anymore when it's cold. I might. I didn't put the gas grill up on the deck this year, up on the steps, so I got to walk further, and it makes it harder on me.
Mine's sitting outside with that much snow on it right now.
So yeah, it's I normally got a gas grill right outside the door, but I didn't bring it up this year, so oh well, it is what it is.
I got the big patio out the back door over here. You know, it's probably and it's kind of a half moon, but I'd say it's probably 16 feet at the deepest, and then curves over where my fire pit is, and then matches up on the fence back here behind me. But I'm going to say it's probably it's close to 300 square feet. But it's got the patio set out there, and the Weber's out there, and then the monuments out there, and 16 inches of snow out there. That sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I'm going to cook it in here tomorrow. Plus, it'll heat the garage.
There you go. There you go. I've got to get my garage cleaned out. I got to do some stuff. I think I'm going to sell my boat next year and get something a little different because I'm not using my bass boat. So
I was going to say that's going to be the second happiest day of your life.
Well, no, I'm going to replace it with another boat, but it's going to be a much smaller boat.
I was so happy. My buddy and I sat out here, and we both had smaller Sylvan fishing boats.
Mm-hmm.
One night we sat out here, and I'm going to say it was Saturday night / Sunday morning.
Gotcha.
So, there wasn't any of this involved.
Nah, of course not. Nah.
We bought a damn boat on eBay. 19.5-foot sea nymph by Lowe.
Okay.
It's
okay.
a Great
My
Lake.
dad had an old sea nymph a long time ago.
It's a Great Lake special.
Okay.
It used to fish Lake Erie.
Oh, wow.
Well, we, in our clear thinking, and we were cross-eyed at all by any means, we thought it said Mount Vernon, Iowa. There's a big difference between Mount Vernon, Iowa, which would have been 6.5-hour round trip, versus Mount Vernon, Ohio.
Oh, God.
Which is about 100 miles past Columbus.
Yeah.
We left here 5:30 on a Friday.
It's like Erie, ain't it?
Yeah, he met us in London. So
Okay.
just shy of Columbus.
I'm-
He drove 2 hours. We drove 13 one way.
Wow.
So we left here 5:30 on Friday afternoon. Got back 8:30 Saturday night. Logged about 1,600 miles in 28 hours.
Wow, that's crazy.
Okay, what, Tom? I'm not a damn Ohio connoisseur, so shut up. Okay, he drove 2 hours. Tom, always got to be a naysayer.
I'm sorry, Michelle. Yes, I did not have a video. I'm going to try my best to get you a video for next Saturday. I promise.
I noticed that. I was flipping through when I got home
Yeah.
before I fell asleep on the couch.
I typically take 2 or 3 weeks off at first of the year. I've done it pretty much every year since I've been on, and I gotta get out of my lazy mode now and start cooking again. So yeah, I'll start filming it anyway.
See, I take 2-3 weeks off every 3 to 4 weeks.
I probably should, to be honest, but I try to get them out there.
Well, during the summer, I'm a one-man band when it comes to the competitions until we started doing the 4 meat KCBSs this year.
Right.
I got a buddy along. But we don't have time with, switching meats and getting boxes ready and walking and blah, blah, blah to film a bunch of stuff. So I think what we're going to do is I'm just going to set up the tripod and we're going to start filming awards.
Mm.
And, just do it that way and go from there. Take some pictures to blend in, of the box turn-ins, because we always take a picture of the box. Because if you're just looking at it, if you take a picture of it with your phone and then look at it, you can see different stuff on there. Like, oh, this needs to be tweaked a little bit.
Oh yeah.
Better on the phone than you can with your naked eye.
That's right. Yeah, I can definitely see that. Or you can also, just kind of set up the camera, move it around, and just do an edited music behind it, just showing the cook throughout the day and make it a edit, and then show your awards at the end.
Yeah, in all my filming and everything I do it all with the iPad.
Okay.
Film, edit, upload, whole nine.
So okay, gotcha. So
I don't run cameras. I don't do SD cards. I don't plug them into a different computer, and blah blah blah. Screw all that. I do this for a stress relief and to have fun.
I hear you. Yeah.
I'm not trying to make a living at it because I'm
definitely not. No.
Other than the food I cook, So
I definitely enjoy doing it. I do have mostly use one camera, even though I own 3 or 4. And I'm hoping to do, it ain't going to be every week, but I'm hoping to do some live cooks, which is why I bought the equipment that I bought this year. And I'm hoping, now that I got my extra parts, I'm hoping my next live feed will be multi-camera, just testing this thing out. Excuse me.
I'll be right back.
Okay, I heard something bounce.
So did I.
All right, guys. Got a problem here. I don't know if I can get this down a little bit. Let me do this thing. This is what I want to do. Let me go to one camera real quick. There we go. While Kent's away, I will fix this little problem I got. Brand new jug. My office is a mess, guys. I apologize.
I don't know what the hell that was, but it was loud.
All right. I went away from you. I got to fix this problem, Kent.
What the hell did you do to me?
You're coming back. I switched you out. All right. There you are. I went to one camera just so I could make a drink.
I don't know what the hell that was, but that was. Could you hear that?
I heard something pop or hit, like it may have fell over or something.
Yeah, I'm kind of worried because the neighbor behind me, he's in Florida until March,
Oh wow. Okay.
so I'm kind of keeping an eye on his place. But
Gotcha.
Michelle Snell, oh, thank you. Yeah, yeah. Well, you don't have to miss Ken's come over and check mine out. So
So there we go.
I have,
We'll definitely check out Kent.
and actually, if you look over Ken, that's not even one of my Blackstones.
Oh really?
That's 36-inch grill that we got from Sam's Club.
Okay.
We were there. I've had this one for over a year, but we were there like, let's say, 16 months ago. They had them down to $229.
Oh wow.
Bought this one for $169.
There you go. Yeah.
You know, that's the most expensive griddle I own. And you know, I have less than $600 in 4 griddles. So
Wow. Okay. Yeah, I can't say that.
Tom, I actually switched things around because before I was always on the Chromebook, and then I just watched the chat and everything on the iPad. Now I switched them around. I'm actually using the iPad. That is straight iPad, no webcam, no mics, no nothing, and I'm just using the Chromebook to watch chat now. So I just flip flopped them because the camera quality is better on the iPad than it is the Chromebook. But thanks for noticing how good I look, Tom. I appreciate that.
Someone's got to do it, man. That's important.
I think Tom was the first one I interviewed on the hot seat for CJ.
Oh, really? Okay. That's one I never made. I was scheduled.
Yeah, and then we hung it up.
I was scheduled, but I had the night that I got asked to do a charity bowling thing for work on the very same night. So I had to cancel the hot seat deal, and that was a pretty big deal with the charity thing. So I did it, and I sucked bowling, but you know.
Rob, is that to you or to me? I can't see the damn hearts in the way.
Kent, that's to you.
Yeah, Rob. Actually, if I get my fat ass out of the way, you'll see GMG Jim Bowie right there. That's the one I'll be using at the house and this summer out at the campground. And then I had I have. It's a master built MW something 600, and I actually use that. That stays in my competition trailer, along with my 3 UDSs. So, in fact, my last UDS, I got 1 cook on it because I just built it like 10 days ago.
I keep threatening to buy the pellet smoker, but I've yet to pull that trigger.
You know, I'm a firm believer in right tool for the job.
Yeah, absolutely.
And tons of backyarders nowadays. That's what they're learning on is a pellet.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And if you are not a fan of, I don't want to, I'll just say it this way, of a lighter smoke, pellet grill's perfect.
Yeah.
Not everybody, even though if you run one clean enough, you're not going to get heavy smoke from an offset.
Nope.
you don't believe me, go down in the chat and ask Simon. I just saw he popped in.
Yes, I can barbecue. How you doing? How you doing?
That is Simon from
Cool. That's right.
outside
I
SA.
remember Simon. Yeah.
Simon and I are going to go a few rounds tomorrow. There might be a little trash talk on text messages. We'll see how the game goes. He's a Cowboys fan.
Oh my goodness.
You know,
I gotta be quiet bashing Cowboys because my wife is a Cowboys fan. So
it's me against Texas tomorrow, to be honest with you. Except for good folks in Houston, their team already won. But
she's up there talking bad about me now because I said something bad about Cowboys, and now she's
bad. In fact, Simon, if I can find this post, I got a thing. Saw it on Facebook, and I was going to send it to Simon and James and a few others. I thought, you know what? I'm not doing this until the game tomorrow because of karma reasons. It came up.
Block your number now.
This is your 7-year reminder that Dez didn't catch it. And shows him when he's in the corner right by the end zone and the ball's popping out. And I was like,
oh God.
I don't, it's all good. It's all good fun. Everybody's got their team.
So. That's right. Absolutely. I tell you, when I was a kid, I played peanut football for a local team called the Bengals, and it just stuck. I've been a Bengals fan ever since. And that's where it started. Little league football.
We never had football till I got in junior high.
Really? I got older and discovered the girls are in the fans, not on the field, so I quit playing.
No, Simon, I'm not scared because we've already overachieved by making the playoffs with a first-year quarterback this year. I did see a thing. This guy's on Facebook, and he's a Bears fan. Okay, and he goes back and he says, "Well, Brett Favre won 3 MVPs. Aaron Rodgers won 4. Does that mean Jordan Love's gonna win 5?" And the Bears fan goes, "Damn, we still suck." So I to a bunch of Bears fans that I know, but
my brother lives maybe 10 minutes away from Brett Favre
in Mississippi,
down in Hattiesburg, Mississippi. Yeah.
What? Simon, damn it, I lost. Rule was in place before that catch, actually, Simon. That's when, if the ball touched the ground, it was automatically incomplete. Now they've revised the rule. If he would make that catch or attempt to make that catch, since he didn't actually catch it 7 years ago, if that would have hit today, it probably would have been called a complete catch. Because back then, the ball touched the ground, incomplete.
Yeah, my brother's stepson went to school with Brett Favre's daughter. And he is... let me just say, you don't talk bad about Brett Favre down there around, because my brother's stepson had a lung transplant. And I don't know the whole story, what happened, but I know for a long time they were building up, waiting for the lung. And, of course, they needed to raise money and everything. Brett Favre, as I understand it, through a big fundraiser, because their kids were classmates, and raised all kinds of money for this lung transplant and the activities of family staying at the hospitals and whatever. And you say no ill will about Brett Favre around my sister-in-law, because he's huge.
And there's the scuttlebutt about what happened with him and the fundraising stuff and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like,
that was not it, but yeah, I know what you're talking about.
They said he misappropriated funds that were supposed to help the underprivileged and built a new volleyball court or whatever for one of the kids and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, You know, he actually filed a lawsuit against Pat McAfee in the Pat McAfee show for slander.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, he named, I believe, the Mississippi Attorney General, the Pat McAfee show, and one other person.
So,
With McAfee has since been dropped, but no, I've heard a lot of good things about him down there and stuff. So,
oh yeah, they love him down there. You know, Simon, I appreciate that. That's a long time ago. He got that lung transplant, and the boy's doing well. I think he's actually living up here. I believe he's in Evansville, Indiana now, doing working in the ministry.
that's
So
good.
that's been several years ago. They come through all that pretty well, actually. But yeah, at that time, I would joke around with her, just messing with her because I knew it'd get her goat. I turn around, she'd say something about Brett Favre. I said, I hear he's gay. He's not gay. I said, that's what I just saying what I hear. I don't know.
Of course, he's not gay. He snapped penis pictures and sent them to that Jets cheerleader when he played for the Jets.
That's yeah.
Allegedly.
Allegedly, that's right.
I don't need Brett Favre coming to Iowa and knocking on my door.
That's right. No.
Lawyers. That's alleged. So
I had a chance to meet him, but I wasn't going to go up and be rude to the guy while he's pumping gas at a convenience store, just in his own hometown, just trying to mind his own business. I left it alone.
I would have sat back with my cell phone and enlarged it and took a picture.
We went. We were down there, and wife and I. We were going to. There's a lake, or exactly like 5 lakes called Lake Serene, that in Hattiesburg, and we were going to go out on the boat and do a little tubing and stuff. And my brother's trailer lights were out on his boat, so he just asked me to follow him because I don't want to get out there with no lights on. You know to look at my truck lights and not my trailer lights. He'll just follow me so I can go do this. It's no problem. Got up there and Brett Favre passed us while we were going to the store. And he went there and was pumping gas, and he goes, walk over there. He'll say hi to you. I said, I'm not going up to that man in his hometown. He's just trying to pump gas and mind his own business. I'm going to leave him alone. That's what I did.
But it's like 20 miles up north here. We got Vernon Herter. Defensive end, played for the Dolphins. You know, he lives in a town of 3,000 people.
Okay.
Everybody knows him. But nowadays, he's just farmer.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, his wife was my sophomore year biology teacher.
Mm.
And you want, he'll take a picture with anybody. He don't care. But in Sioux Center, it's, oh, hey, Vern. It's not, oh my God, it's Vern. Now, if you got some big time Dolphins fan, yeah, maybe they might get a little starstruck. Somebody is calling your name, I believe. I heard the dog in the background.
Oh yeah, that little mutt. Yeah, that's Chihuahuas are proof that the inventor of the doorbell did not own Chihuahuas.
Yep.
I did, and you're not talking football. I did throw Paul Horning out of a bar, but you can't say that.
Nope.
Paul Horning, Green Bay Packers.
I'm trying to think of the biggest celebrity I ever met. Okay, let me put it this way: outside of barbecue.
Gotcha.
I've met some big ones in barbecue. I'm gonna. What the hell? Oh, I can't think of his name right now. I can tell you exactly where I met him too. Kevin Johnson. He was a point guard for the Phoenix Suns. We were on the Navy Pier in Chicago at Dick's Last Resort.
Okay.
and he happened to be in there eating because the next day they had a game against the Bulls.
Okay.
And I went outside and I said, I want to say Kettle, something like that. This is 30 years ago.
Yeah.
And I was out there, and then, he walked out, and I was like, "Are you Kevin Johnson?" He's like, "Yeah, I am." I said, "Well, sir, I just want to say it's a pleasure to meet you." And I let him go.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I wasn't going to fanboy on him, and
I try really hard not to fanboy. I've met several people. I worked in one of the more popular clubs here in Louisville back in the day, doing security, and the Paul Horning story. Paul Horning is from Louisville.
okay,
Yeah, from Louisville, and he hung out at this club from time to time. He was in there a lot, never caused any trouble. Paul Horning is legend. That's
yeah,
one particular night. I think I was in a mood or whatever. I was working the front door of this bar, and he come in and he hopped out of a cab. He was drunk when he showed up, and just stormed his way in, pushing past people, which is so not Paul Horning. To be straight up, that's not Paul Horning. And he comes straight there, and I didn't realize it was him. And I kind of stuck my arm out and caught him. I said, "You need to pay cover to get in." And he turned and he goes, "You know who I am?" I said, "I don't really care who you are." And he got tough with me a little bit, and I held my hand up to the cab. I said, "Hold the cab." And I just walked him right out the door, stuck him in the cab, and he left. That was the end of it. So I tell people, I did throw Paul Horning out of a bar many years ago. We had several concerts at this club. I met, I stood right behind BB King when he was signing autographs, which is legend. I mean, you don't get bigger than BB King. Waylon Jennings played there. One year, it wasn't a live show. It was because the media was there, but the CMA had their annual banquet at Jim Porter's, and they had Vince Gill was there along with 4 or 5 other songwriters. They just got up as their entertainment and just took turns singing their music. It was legendary. It was an awesome night. And after that, when it was pretty much over with, we were sitting outside. They had a little guard check outside. I was kind of sitting back there leaning up against the wall, and another bar stool next to me. Vince Gill come out while he's waiting for his limo to take him back to the hotel. We kind of chit-chatted for a few minutes till the limo shows. So that was cool. That's when Vince Gill was on top.
Oh yeah,
and skinny and young.
Oh yeah. That boy's like me. He had 40 impact on the pounds. Let me tell you.
Yeah. Well, that happens to the best of us.
Amen.
I was in better shape then too.
Working in the bars is where you can meet a lot of interesting people.
It really is.
And in Des Moines, where I worked at the bars, WWE always came to town.
Mm.
So, Coco Beware, the Bushwhackers, Shawn Michaels, Marty Jannetty, Tatanka, Ultimate Warrior.
Oh wow!
And by the way, Big John Studd is not that tall.
Oh,
he's only an inch or two taller than me, and I'm 6'5".
So wow!
But great guys. And then I was working at Guitars and Cadillacs, and we had live bands in there. And this is with the Kentucky Headhunters.
Oh wow!
With Nicky Nelson.
Okay.
Well, their bus driver, who was down the street at the motel, fell asleep in his room with the phone off the hook. And he was known to be a sound sleeper, would not wake up. So I have all 5 band members at Kentucky Headhunter in my 81 T-Bird.
Oh, wow.
With Nicky Nelson sitting on my lap with her back against the door so I could drive him to the motel.
Nice. So,
That was a very concentrated drive, let me tell you. Nicky Nelson 30 years ago, you know why I had to concentrate.
Yep. I was trying to think who they had several people played there.
At the time, too.
Yeah.
That's where we'll end that story.
Yeah. Let's see here. Bo Diddley played there. BB King was probably stands out to me as the legend that played at Jim Porter's. Of course, Vince Gill, that was a private event, but he was still there. Waylon.
Bruce. Wow.
Yeah, Waylon was there. So yeah, good times. Glad it's over.
Michelle, this is before they did the hats at Dick's Last Resort.
Okay.
This was back in the time. If you walked in with a tie, you had exactly 30 seconds to take that tie off. They come up with a scissor, cut it right beneath the knot, and then hammer it on the wall.
Oh wow. We did the Dick's Last Resort in Gatlinburg, Tennessee. That was
now there's one up here in the Mall of America, up in the Twin Cities.
Yeah.
Totally different than the ones, because those are family restaurants. They let everybody in. The one at the Navy Chicago, you had to be 21 to get in.
Oh wow. Okay.
And they had a live blues band playing that night. Cool as shit. But yeah, you had to be 21 to get in those because it was very graphic. The one at any resort or any mall is a very, very tamed down version.
Yeah.
Simon, tell me in the chat. I know there's one in Texas. I want to say it was in San Antonio, but I might be wrong. There's one in California and Chicago were the first three. And by the way, your itchy hands, they're contagious.
I tell you what, it's driving me crazy. I think it's just dry skin because of the cold.
Probably.
It's wearing me out, and I tell you what.
Probably.
So, yeah. So, what we got here? I'm going to check out the chat here. I know I'm missing stuff.
Simon's rattling off a list of famous basketball player and boxers he's met.
I think most of mine was at the club. There's a lot of artists that played there. They did rolling concerts all the time. Yeah. Phoenix Hill Tavern, Chicago played there. There's a sister club, the one I worked to. I worked at once in a while when they needed an extra body. It was a little bit younger crowd. Now, Jim Porter's where I worked. It's known he built that club. Now, this is back in the 90s. He built that club for a little older crowd, whereas the other club was more of a younger crowd. But they didn't get started till late. He wanted this older crowd so he could come in and open up at 7, 8 o'clock, get in a little older crowd, come in and make some money. 11 o'clock, all the older people are leaving and the young people are showing up. So you had two different atmospheres throughout the night, but they played a lot of old Motown music, a lot of that. They had 3 different rooms. They had the big good time room, which was for the big stage. They always had some good bands in there. They brought in a lot of Motown bands out of Nashville, stuff like that. It was pretty cool. They had like a little melody bar, which was in between the smaller room up front, but the melody bar had a lot of jazz music. You can go meet your girl in the other room and go to the melody bar and hang out.
Well, I tell you what, you give me anything with I don't want to say the big band era, but anything with horns. Like Earth, Wind, and Fire always had the horns in the background.
Okay.
But I grew up playing the trombone, so I
played the trombone.
I loved hearing the horn sections and everything. There it is. I'm going to put the game on up here since I got it. And nobody wants to. $5 cover to come hang out, fuckers. Actually, the bar, if I go downtown, which I went down and had a couple little shots of warm me up after I was done pushing snow today.
There you go.
They have peacocks, so it's a bar. That's a bar in town here I used to work in.
So he said trombone. I played the trombone up through middle school. I quit when it come to high school, but
I did too. So, let's see. Yeah. You do not want to be a softie if you go in a Dick's Last Resort.
We had fun. It was we sat at the bar. We got, of course, we had the hat. We had to wear the hat. I forget what mine said. It wasn't very nice, but
there's actually a short. I forget if it's a reel or a short or what it is, but she got to be 20, 21-year-old gal, and she goes into a Dick's Last Resort, and the waiter comes up and says, "Oh, are you dining alone?" She goes, "Yeah." He goes, "What's the matter? Don't have any damn friends?" You know, that's the thing about Dick's Last Resort. Their service is rude on purpose, and
that's the whole point.
Because they sit there and they take handfuls of napkins and just throw them as they walk by. They don't give a shit where they land. You know,
if there's two of you, you're getting one set of silverware. I promise, and you're gonna have to ask for the other one.
That's just the fun of that whole experience.
I just had fun. Would you give me another set of silverware? Oh, come on. You know?
Yeah.
So, and they let you give it back to them, so that was fun. You know that was.
Oh yeah, they don't just give it; they take it.
Absolutely. So, all right, guys, we're about an hour in here. So, is everyone good? We'll go another half hour or so. See what's up.
Whatever you want, pal.
We still got. I don't trust the chat count because I don't think it's ever right. I see people posting all the time, and multiple people are going to say like 2's in here, but we got 6 or so. I'll go a little bit longer. Might have to make another drink though.
Darn the bad luck.
Today's been kind of a lazy day around here. I even took a nap earlier.
I got about a half hour.
I got about an hour and a half. I enjoyed every second of it.
I got home from pushing snow and kicked the boots off and got rid of the heavy coat and just kind of crashed on the couch and was chit-chat with the old lady. And next thing I know, the kid's getting up, getting ready for work, and making a bunch of noise. I'm like, well, I might as well get up now because I'm not going to sleep through that.
Of course, I left. I went. My Ford dealer's on the other side of town, and I'm still taking for oil change and stuff. Still taking it there for the warranty stuff. And I was gone about an hour and a half. Come back, and my wife was sitting in the same spot she was when I left. So I said, "You're having a lazy day too." So I think the rest of us pretty much was lazy all day.
My wife, she's been busy all day today. She sat down and made sure that couch didn't move one bit.
It's a tough job, you know.
Taking the dog out. And I told her, I said, it's nasty outside. We're not going anywhere. And
exactly.
If anybody's going anywhere, it's me because I got the 4-wheel drive.
That's why it didn't bother me a bit today. We just kind of hung out and did nothing.
It's just like, who cares? Sit around, read a book. I don't care.
Absolutely. Today, I have, I can't show it yet, but I actually got a new grill that I got to build. But I'm under strict rules not to talk about it yet. So
you can't even give me a hint?
I can't even give you a hint. But you own one.
Pellet or charcoal?
It's It's a new issue of a grill that I already own, and I get to build it and use it, but I can't talk about it or show it until they tell me I can. So I gotta put it together first. But it's so cold out there, I can't get out there and put it together.
Grill that you already own.
The only hint I'm giving you is you own one too.
Okay, is it grill or a griddle?
It's a grill.
It's a grill.
Yeah.
Is it behind me?
No.
Outside.
Huh?
It's not that big black one behind me.
Nope. So I'm not going to say it because I'm sworn to secrecy, but it's coming soon.
I'm not asking you for the name. Is it more rectangular or round in shape?
It's more rectangular. I'm pretty sure you own one.
I don't think so.
So, no, it'll be coming out before March. I've got to put it together and start filming on it, and I got to do a full review on it. But tell you what, it's so cold I can't get out there, and I don't have a heated garage.
March? You can't be doing
sometime in February, towards the end of February, probably. I got what? Holy smokes, Ken has a new Biden grill. Oh my god.
Oh, so it doesn't work either. Let's see. Let's go over here. No, it won't be that one. It won't be that one. I might have had one if it starts with a C.
Nope.
Okay, it won't be that. It's not the round Blackstone, obviously. It's rectangular. Let's see, it's not under cocktails. He said it's not a char-griller. Let's go up here.
I do have a char-griller. So.
Yeah, but if it's something I have, I'm okay. If it's something I have, is it in my trailer?
I don't know. Pretty sure you have a. I don't know. I don't know the hint to give that would. It might light up a little.
So mine's sitting outside covered in snow, is what you're saying.
So.
I gotcha. If you click a button on the side, it could be blue, it could be red.
Yep, that's it. Okay, yeah.
Gotcha.
All right.
Yeah, mine's covered in 16 inches of snow.
Mine's got a little bit of snow on it, to be honest. It's they sent me a brand new one. They called me up. They got a new model.
How many burners?
3. So this one, the new one, the one I got originally is 4.
Yep, mine too.
And
plus,
I got a new one. It's a different design, and they want me to use it, give my opinion, and
you have both side accessories on.
Yep.
Okay.
Not full, but it's and it's a little different shape. It's a different look. It's got a few different features, and it's not even on the market yet.
Oh shit! You hear? I was going to try to look it up.
Yeah, you're not going to find it just yet. Mine's still in a box. It's sitting in the garage, and I got to it's so cold I can't get out there.
Well, it's like they say, if you're cold, they're cold too. Bring them inside.
That's what my wife says about me.
No, well, good for you, man. That's cool.
So it's cool. We'll get it together soon, and I'm gonna start filming on it, but I can't even show you that.
Oh no, no, and Tommy had to do that with his Halo.
Okay.
He got a bunch of them done and wasn't allowed to release them yet. Cooking with
Yeah.
Seed had that with one of the newer Ninja products that they're like, we want you to start using it, but you can't post it yet.
That's
That,
right. We'll let you know. So
so the new
we're not gonna have major weather for very long here, so I'm not that worried. Give me a few weeks and I'll be putting that thing together and getting it going.
yeah, you're far enough south for me, and
Yeah, it's
that you know
we'll get a few weeks of what we're having now, and that'll be about it. To be honest with you, we'll have some snow. We might even get some accumulation, but it don't usually last that long.
no, I got a buddy who lived down by oh, the reservoir in Missouri. God, we used to go there crappie fishing. I can't think of the name of it now. And I said, Greg, does this ever freeze over? He goes, yeah. He goes, in my lifetime, I remember one time it was hard enough to walk across.
That happened with the Ohio River here. About one time in my lifetime.
He goes, it's 2.5 inches of ice.
Yep.
And he goes, but it's not safe ice.
It's not. So. Ours ain't either. As a kid, I duck hunt out there on the Ohio in this freezing weather. And it would you won't pay me to do it now, but it's it'd be out there. You'd have your blinds on your boat. Would be out there in the water, and you come out of water, splash over the boat, and hits you on the face and freezes. And you don't pick it off because one that'll take the skin off.
Yep.
But it also acts as an insulator. Kind of gives you an insulation from the wind out there.
But, yeah, it's cold, but it could be worse. So
when I was young, I was okay with it. Now I'm not okay with it.
Like when I used to go ice fishing all the time, you can't see it now, but there's an elevated shelf right up there that has all my ice fishing gear on it.
Okay.
Well, that's what this thing's for, is keep the ice shack warm. But, we used to go out. We were on one lake where we drove out with pickups. Because it was middle of February.
No kidding.
We were going to drill a test hole, and we hit 3 inches of ice, 8 inches of snow, and then about another 2 inches of ice.
Wow.
And I was like, boys, we need to get off this damn lake right now. They're like, what? It's at least a foot thick. I said, 8 inches of it is snow in between the ice. And they're like, really? And they looked in the hole, and everybody's butt just went. I mean, frog's ass watertight.
I bet, yeah.
I almost walked off the ice because I didn't want to get back in the truck. But, yeah.
That's something. That's another one. I always wanted to ice fish because we don't get that kind of ice around here.
Oh, we don't have people out ice fishing yet here. We have to go up to northern Minnesota and North Dakota right now to ice fish.
Okay, yeah.
After this week, Waubay in South Dakota will probably be good. But you're talking about driving out with a 4-wheeler pulling your stuff out. You're not. 12 inches of ice, you can drive a pickup out on it. So yeah, a bunch of my buddies got the Mr. Buddies, and the Big Buddy.
I'm thinking about getting one for my garage just because I wanted. There's stuff I need to do in my garage and I can't get out there right now.
This tank, I've been running on this tank. It was on the griddle most of the summer out at the campground. And I just put it on here and fired it up. I was like, well, it's cold enough. We'll see how much, fuel's left in it. Only runs when I'm out here.
Right.
But, with the electric heater, even though it's, below zero outside. I can keep it 45 degrees in here, no problem.
Yeah, I want to get some from my garage just because I need to get out there and do some work, and I ain't willing to do it right now.
Yeah, you got Fleet Farm, Tractor Supply by you, Baumgars, anything like that.
We got Tractor Supply.
Those are about $40 for that heater.
Really?
And well, they were.
Right.
This one's a few years old, but I mean, my big heater has kicked off 3 times since we've been on this live
Right.
because things running. Or you do like I do and fire that thing up. Yeah. What are you doing running that? Cleaning it and reseasoning it, honey.
That's right.
That's the BS line I use.
There you go.
BTUs or PTUs, I don't care.
I've been eyeballing the Mr. Buddies, but something like that would probably be just fine for me getting out and fiddling around in the garage.
It'll I got an undershirt and a long sleeve shirt on.
Nice.
I mean, I'm wearing, believe it or not, I'm wearing my Crocs out here.
Oh, nice.
And these are not the ones with the snow blade attachments on them.
Of course, I'm just down in my basement. It gets now. Mine's just a half basement because I live in a tri-level. So actually, my backyard's a walkout into the backyard, and I don't know, or you can't see it.
You got 6 steps up, 6 steps down from the land.
Yep,
yeah,
that's about it. And it comes up to about I don't know, about 3 or 4 feet. Right behind me here is ground. The rest is all above.
Yep, garden level.
Yep. So it gets a little cool down here, and I got a gas heater that I can fire up if it gets too bad. But nah, it's usually just tough it out.
Oh yeah, if you get the buddy heaters, definitely get the hose attachment.
Okay.
They're the big one just kicked off again. Do not run it on the 1 pound, the Coleman tanks. You'll go broke.
Oh, I believe it. Yeah.
This will run 25 times longer than one little green bottle.
Oh wow!
And if you go through one of these tanks, okay, you're going to go through 20 of the 1 pound tanks, and the 1 pound tanks are $4 a piece, and this is like $22 to fill it.
Right,
no brainer.
Oh yeah, I own 3 of those. 3 of those tanks that I keep around here.
I got a lantern that runs on them 1 pounders.
Okay.
And yeah, they're great for emergency use for that. And I actually have a companion. It's the Holland companion grill in the belly of the RV.
Okay.
Them 1 pounders. That's all I got them for. Well,
I got the small Weber Go Anywhere grill that I use the little 1 pounders on. That we're camping or whatever.
Grill gun, the Grill Blazer gun runs on those.
Yep.
Or you can get the hose attachment. So
I just got, and I'll probably make a video on it. One of the little butane 1 burner grills, and I'm mostly just kind of building up my. I'm not making a big fuss out of it, but a little bug out kit, I guess, mostly for power outages or whatever.
Yeah.
I got one of those little 1 burner butane grills. I haven't even fired it up yet. And I bought me a little, it's a wood burner. It's a wood burner or the alcohol burners, whatever you want to do. Single burner, just for the same reason. Just keep it in the truck just in case. Or you can burn wood chips or whatever else with it also. So I might show it off in the video coming up soon, just for, you're not going to see any major cooks on it, but just to show that I got it and demonstrate it a little bit, I might make a video of it.
Something different, why not?
Yeah, and it's mostly just going to stay in the truck or whatever.
Or if you're doing something on your Cuisinart, aren't you proud of me? I didn't even say round blackstone.
You didn't even say round blackstone. You did good.
Do heat up a side or a sauce on it.
You good, yeah.
Why not? And then explain why you got it. I have a camp chef. Actually, I think it's either the Pioneer or the Explorer. It's just the two burner that you put pots on, or you
Yeah.
can cast iron
Yeah.
on. If I fired that thing out of here, I'd be stripping down to my skivvies in no time.
Oh, I believe it. I believe it.
But about 4 years ago, when we first went down to Houston, is when Houston had that ice, and Fort Worth and Dallas,
Oh yeah.
big accidents. And
Yeah, that was an ugly deal.
Godfather that works for ERCAT, he told me, he goes, Kent, I never seen the grid dip this low. He goes, 99% of Texas, except for like El Paso, because they're so far out.
Right.
He goes, 99% of Texas was 30 seconds from going dark.
Oh yeah.
That's how big the draw was.
That was huge. Yeah, I remember that.
It freaked the wife out bad enough. She's like, what if that ever happened up here? I said, well, we take the ice shack heater. I said, we set it downstairs. We pop ceiling tiles to keep the water lines warm, so we don't freeze water lines.
Yeah. It's, yeah.
Faucets drip type thing. I said, you keep the freezer and the fridge doors shut as long as you can to hold the area. And she goes, we need a generator. Okay. She goes, find a generator. Nothing over $1,000. So I've found a 3,500 watt continuous that can also run our RV, because it's a 30 amp plug or two. Well, you can run the 30 amp and two 15 amp plugs all at the same time. Guess what? We got it. It went at my barbecue trailer. It's the only place it's been used.
Yeah. My brother told me a story. There you go. My brother told me a story. He's down, of course, southern Mississippi. He lived through Hurricane Katrina. Had all that going on. And I was there 1 week before Katrina hit. And all that went through. They all struggled. They were out of power for months and months. I mean, it wasn't and it wasn't just a 1 week deal. And his father-in-law got him found two generators, one for him and one for himself. And he said he went over and checked on his father-in-law and everyone was good. But they went over a second time, and there was a big hole in his father-in-law's garage. There was so much theft and everything going on because of the power outages that they were literally chaining their generators up. And when they weren't using them, they put them in the garage. Except his father-in-law forgot that he had his generator chained to his truck, backed out and pulled that generator through the garage door. He goes, yep, I did it.
Oh. I've had that at a camp, though, where when I went to sleep at night, I chained that thing to the frame of my trailer. We're talking 3/8 log chain with a master lock. I will catch hell if this thing comes up missing. So.
Yeah. And there's just a funny story. He goes, he pulled up over there, and his father-in-law's looking at him. He goes, yep, I forgot I had it chained to the truck.
That's when you have to put a note on your windshield.
Yeah.
Take generator off before backing.
Absolutely. Like, oops. He told a story because Katrina, that was a big deal. The Hattiesburg took a direct hit on that hurricane, and they were without power for months. It was ugly. He said about 2 weeks without water or anything, because they had jugs of water that they put up before the hurricane. He said he looked at his wife and said, let's just drive down to the lake 5 minutes away and just get a bath there in the lake. He said it's brilliant. So they packed up everything, got their bathing suits on, and drove over to Lake Serene to the beach area. Said there was 200 people there doing the exact same thing. They all getting baths.
Right. Well, Russ Jones, he had
Yeah.
said that, you know, Katrina displaced him right outside Chicago for damn near a year.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Because I remember Russ's videos. This is long before I, you know, ever thought of, you know, uploading videos. I
Right.
remember one of Russ's videos, him talking about being a Saints fan displaced into Illinois, and I'm like, because I was like, how's there a Saints fan in Illinois? You know, Steeler fans I understand because they all grew up in Pittsburgh and then they all move away, and you know, but
Right.
the loyalty, you know, still rides with the Steelers. Like Cook and Cop and Babe, Josh and Babe.
Right.
She's a Niners fan because she grew up in California.
Right.
For some reason, Josh is a Steelers fan.
Really? I didn't realize that. I thought they
Yeah.
were 49ers.
Just her.
Just her. Okay.
So, you know, it's like, or look at C-Mac Cooks. Okay. New Amesbury, Mass. And he's a 49ers fan because he grew up in the Bay Area,
Okay. Yeah.
played basketball in the Bay Area, moved back to the Bay Area. Basketball career was over in Europe, and then moved to Massachusetts because that's where his wife's family is from.
Now I think T. Roy is from Louisiana, isn't he? He got hit with the Katrina and all that too, if I remember right. I could be mistaken there.
But T. Roy lived in Texas when Katrina hit. His
Oh,
brother,
okay. Okay.
Moonshine Roadhouse, he's still in Louisiana.
Gotcha. Okay.
And I tell you what, you close your eyes and watch them two boys' videos. You know, some of the words they
Leroy moved, but I'm not sure where he moved to.
Arizona.
Did he go to Arizona? Okay.
Yeah, he's.
I was thinking. I was trying to look at his house, his new house.
Yeah,
I was thinking New Mexico, but it's Arizona.
It's one of them too. I know he moved west because they wanted
scenery
closer to the grandbabies.
Okay.
But yeah, when Katrina hit, T. Roy was over by Austin.
Okay. I knew he lived in near Austin or whatever.
2 years ago, he moved to. It's either New Mexico or Arizona. I don't remember.
I really didn't know. I was just looking at the house decorations and the style of homes, and that's all. The only thing I'm gauging it by was that I'm going. That's New Mexico, but Arizona could. My wife grew up in Arizona, so the scene is kind of similar.
Yeah, I got cousins and an uncle and aunt that lived in Hobbs, New Mexico.
Okay.
Which is about that far from Texas.
Okay.
You spit, you hit the line. Well, if you're facing east, you hit Texas. If you're facing south, you hit Mexico.
There you go. Yeah.
I mean, seriously, it is. I mean, it's pretty bad in the early 80s when they had armed guards in every high school corridor.
Yep.
Because of the clash between the whites and the Hispanics down there.
Okay, yeah, wow.
My cousin Darren, he's 6'8". And he's like, I've had a knife pulled on me. And he goes, 3 times in the last 2 months.
I grew up here.
Just because of his complexion.
Right. Here, it was back in the 70s during forced busing of the schools. They started pushing white people in more urban schools, and then black people, they were busing them out here in my part of town. And we already had a pretty good mixture. And they had all the protests and riots. And it wasn't just everyone was protesting. Blacks were protesting because they didn't want it. Whites were protesting because we didn't want it. And it was just ugly everywhere. We had the riots and everything else. But I was in 3rd grade, and we had I got bused that very first year. I'm in 3rd grade. I don't know what's going on. You know?
Shit, no.
I just know we had state troopers riding the bus with us.
See, in me being small town Iowa, Sioux Center, Rock Valley is where I grew up at. Okay. Towns of 2,500, 3,000 people. Okay, you're in Iowa. It's fucking cold. And 90% of the people around you are farmers. Okay. I never met, and I'm going to say this for any color, someone of color other than Caucasian, till I was probably a sophomore in high school. Small town, sheltered shit.
Yeah.
And then I go down to 3,000 at the end of my junior year. I moved to Des Moines with my dad, and 9th through 12, the high school I go to is 3,200 kids.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
So you want to talk about culture shock.
Excuse me. Wow.
Two of my best buddies down there. One's black, one's Korean. Still great friends with them to this day. And I'm this kid coming from, Hickville, Iowa, to the biggest town in Iowa. So, this is different. I was so nervous the first week of school. My dad had me drink a half bottle of NyQuil every night just so I'd fall asleep. And here's the other thing. They grow them tall up where we're at. I go from being third tallest on the basketball team to third tallest on the school.
Oh, wow.
Out of 3,200 kids. There's a junior who's 6'8". Brad Pippett, Phil Chia, and I were all within about a half inch of each other at, 6'5". And the south side, a lot of Hispanics, but a lot of Italians in Des Moines.
Okay.
So they're all these little grappling frickin' wrestlers. Here, I'm 6'5", 200 pounds, just, a cornstalk blowing in the wind. Now you tell me who was the odd man out.
Yeah, I hear you. We had I'm glad to say that we had my graduating class. I graduated in 1985 here in the...
Yeah, you're 3 years older than me.
Yeah.
God, you're old.
I'm...
Is that the lighting?
We had a pretty good mix of people, mix of races.
Is that lighting or is that the gray hair on top?
No, I got plenty of gray hair up here for sure. It's there's a little small... When I started cutting my hair a little bit shorter, my wife didn't tell me I had a slight bald spot in the back, and I noticed it one day and panicked.
I don't know. You know what? I don't care if there's a bald spot back there. I can't see back there.
I can't either. And I was looking at... I think I was shaving, and my bathroom closet door was open on an angle, so I could see that. I went straight to her, and I said, "Why didn't you tell me that was there?" So,
you know what? I think that's body panels on cars from the cold. Because I just
so?
Here, my driveway is right here.
Oh, okay.
That's got to be what it is. It's probably the hood on my truck because it was running.
Okay.
So it got heat underneath, and if it got cold,
yeah,
we'll see. That's what insurance is for.
So, all right.
So what? Let's shift gears here.
Okay.
Who's your pick for next print? No, I'm kidding. What cooks are you thinking you got coming up?
What I know I got coming up as soon as I can get a halfway decent day, as I just was given my buddy Travis. It's also my money 401k guy. Just gave me a venison shoulder roast, and it's about I think it's about 3 pounds, and I'm going to smoke it.
If you overcook it, I'm driving to Louisville. Notice I said Louisville, right?
You said it right.
I will put a size 14 boot in your ass.
I'm a little nervous because it's been years since I've done this. So I'm thinking about braising. I'm thinking about smoking it a little bit and then braising it. I'm not 100% sure what I'm going to do, but it's been a while since I've done a venison shoulder roast. Lay it on me. What do I need to do?
Don't take that son of a bitch a degree past 135.
Oh, I do agree.
Okay.
Okay.
Just saying.
Okay, no, I'm good there. I might just slow smoke it until I'm there. 135. I was thinking 135, 140, somewhere in there. 135. So your number is 135.
Tops.
Okay.
Tops.
Well, I knew I needed to keep it low because it's.
You know, the problem is venison, elk. My wife will. She'll go to town on an elk roast. She does not like venison.
Oh, really?
Total different flavor, and I agree with her. It's total. I like both, but it's a total different flavor. Elk is just like really lean beef, to be honest.
I don't think I've ever had elk.
Imagine making a burger with 90 or 95% lean beef.
Okay.
That's elk.
So.
But
he just changed my 401k plan around just because of my age and everything. And he goes, what are you smoking? What are you doing videos on? We're talking just after we were done. And I said, I'm at the beginning of the year, so I'm going to be doing a lot of indoor stuff. And he goes, I got some venison. You want some? I said, heck yeah, yeah, I'll do some videos for you. So I'll put it up there. So he gave me that. So that's coming up real soon. I'm not going to do it in 7-degree weather though. So
no, I got a pork belly sitting in the fridge.
Okay.
That I was going to do this weekend. And it's not going to be your turning it into bacon. It's not going to be pork belly burn ends, although it will be cut up. Or no, I should say it will be sliced. But I'm doing pork belly cinnamon rolls.
Really? That's interesting.
So I got about a half pork belly. So you cut it, you almost like you would do a remoulade, like with a pork loin, how you can slice it about a half inch, keep rolling it. Well, this is just going to get cut in half the thin way, laid over, sprinkled with a certain uncle's sweet dessert shake.
Your favorite uncle, yeah, I got you.
You roll it up.
Texas uncle, yeah.
Tie it in butcher twine. And so your fat cap is out. And then you hit everything after you slice it into about 1.5 inch thick slices.
Okay.
In between the butcher's twine. And then you put it on the smoker.
Okay.
But you pre-season the outside too. So everything's covered in basically cinnamon, 2 types of sugar.
Gotcha. Yeah.
And you put it on 275 so that there's a little variance with your pellet cooker.
Yeah.
Or whatever cooker you want to use. I'm going to do it on the pellet cooker. So that your sugars will count, but they won't burn. Because sugars like to burn about 285, 290.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're going to have pork belly cinnamon rolls. Kinder's, yes.
I have used Kinder's. Yes, they got a butter
garlic.
Yeah, that. Yeah, they got a butter rub that I really like on steak too, man. Oh my god.
Mm-hmm. So now Ken, you're familiar with Mama and Papa Joe, right?
I think so.
Clarence Joseph, he's a competition guy.
Yeah. I know. Okay, yeah.
So he had a giveaway a couple weeks ago, and one of the things he gave away some Bill's Texas rib grind. package from Uncle Steve. He gave away some hats, some shirts. And they gave away this, what the hell, Texas barbecue supply. And it was 4 different seasonings. And I think he's trying to tell me something. Because down in Texas, you have chupacabra. You have is made by 2 gringos.
Okay.
Well, the ones he sent me are called Dos Pendejos. I'm like, really? So now I'm an asshole.
Hey,
I just
sometimes they know.
I just started chuckling when I read it. And there's 4 different ones, and this one that I just happened to grab is called Clucking Hot. They spelled the F word wrong because it's not clucking hot. And I like spice. And I tried it, and I said,
like some spice.
"Oh no, I like hot. I mean, for crying out loud!" This is from the Pepper Palace.
Okay.
This is called The End. They have
Good
one
God.
more. They've come out with a second one hotter than this. You remember that Da Bomb?
Yeah. I don't do any of that stuff, but yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Hotter than Da Bomb. I'll tell you what. This is how hot this is. I'm gonna grab here.
Oh God.
That's on a toothpick. That's enough.
Wow. That's crazy. I don't remember what it was. We was at my friend's house and they were passing around a bottle. And I literally, one of them had, I think my buddy's son had tried some on a cracker and literally let him on fire. And we were just handing the bottle around, looking at it. And I took it, I looked at it, and I handed it to someone else. And I made the mistake of touching my cheek. And it freaking burnt my, literally burnt. I had a blister on my cheek from doing that.
One of the first ones for that was Dave's Insanity sauce.
Wow.
It was like a hot sauce, regular hot sauce size bottle. This right here, what I had on that toothpick, if I take 3 parts that size and put it in a crock pot of chili, it'll take it from mild to holy shit in a heartbeat. Because right now, I put that toothpick on this side of my mouth. This side's great. This side's hot.
Wow.
It's pure.
Yeah, I don't do that. I don't do that at all.
That's about.
I like a little heat. I do like a little heat, but I don't want to burn.
That's about how hot that cluck and rub is.
Wow.
Damn near. So, and I'm a spice guy, and this is at my brink right here.
Wow, that's crazy.
The first time I tried it was in Wisconsin Dells at the Pepper Palace. And like I said, you had to sign a waiver to try it.
Ooh, wow.
You can have 2 and 5 drops.
Nope, not me. Not at all.
I said, give me 4. Little baby plastic spoons like we used to get with the Icy Pops. And,
Oh, yeah.
So I did. Okay. It was hot. But that was the liquid. It was a hot sauce, not the extract like this.
Right.
So I tried it. Yeah, it was hot. And my boy was with me, my youngest boy, and goes, "Dad, you're not even sweating. You're not nothing." I said, "No, son, it's hot. It's not that." Well, about 2 days later, the mother-in-law, we had her with us on vacation. She wanted to go shopping. So Chad and I, we let the girls go. And we went back to the Pepper Palace. There's about family of 6 Hispanics there. And the dad is trying to get his 18-year-old daughter to do it. She has 2 drops on that little spoon. Immediately freaks out and starts grabbing everybody's pop and just shoving it in her mouth. The dad is sitting on the bench laughing. And all I could think is, you're my kind of dad.
There you go.
You know? She was like, oh, I can handle it. I can handle it. And he goes, fine. Let's go in. Let's do it. So she did it. She no more than swallowed and she was screaming.
Oh my God.
And that's one of the things she said. And I don't know Spanish, but I know it was along that line. There's a couple other words I don't know.
I remember that stuff that burnt my face. And I remember my buddy's son. He ran outside. It was just horrible for him. And all I did was grab the bottle from the bottom of the bottle and hand it to someone else after I looked at it, and then touch my cheek. I was running in, getting water, and trying to clean it up.
If there's anything ever dripped down that bottle, you can't get it clean enough not to.
No, that was ugly.
Eddie Curry, there you go, Rob.
And I like some different hot sauces, but I don't want that stuff.
I enjoy hot sauces, and I don't care how hot they are, as long as they have flavor.
I like the flavor, as long as they're not that hot.
The bomb. There's no flavor to it. This is borderline zero flavor. This you get about a second of, ooh, what's that? And then you get, oh shit, what's that?
Yeah, I like the flavor.
I'm gonna be honest with you right now. The right side of my mouth is on fire right now.
Good Lord.
Well, the problem is, got it in the corner of my mouth and on my lip.
So I tell you what, guys, we're approaching 2 hours, so I think I'm gonna hang this thing up.
Holy cow, already?
Yeah, we're
Damn it, son.
Well, I tell you, time flies because I've had a blast.
Well, good, bud. I'm glad you did. Thanks for letting me jump on with you.
I appreciate it. Yeah, you're always fun to have on. I'll try to open it up to anybody who wants to jump in. Yeah. I'm gonna do. I'm thinking about stepping up my membership just so I can do some different lives, like lives on Facebook and Instagram all at the same time. Just something different.
Going up to the 10-person StreamYard so you can
whatever the next level is where you get more than one. Yeah. Well, thinking about doing it.
With the free StreamYard, you can have up to 6 on at once.
I think so, yeah. I've had I think I've had up to 4 at one point.
Yeah. And there's only one bad thing about when you get up to being able to have 10 people on the panel at once. Everybody's, like you and I, we can sit back, BS, have a conversation.
Exactly. Yeah.
Get 10 people. Oh.
And you try to have a conversation with your audience, and I mean you're not just here for each other; you're here for the audience too. So you want to keep the conversation on topic,
right?
You definitely want to do that, so at least your audience has some sort of a topic line, basically. But
well, when you get that many people on, you go from host to moderator because you have to say, okay, hey, Michelle put a question in the chat.
Exactly.
Here's Michelle's question, blah, blah, blah. So you have to go, okay, Simon, what do you think? Russ, you have to do it, it's almost like a moderator on the news. You have to direct who it's going to.
Exactly.
4 people trying to answer at once, and nobody hears it. And
I'm thinking about doing something like that, and I kind of want to get into the I guess integrate Facebook, Instagram, some of that other stuff. That's really my main places I go. Facebook and Instagram, kind of go live at them all at the same time, and see if I can get a bigger audience. I don't know. We'll see.
There's something about having like you got John, Michelle, Rob's in here tonight. Simon was in earlier. The nice thing about having a smaller chat is you can address everybody individually, and it's not okay. John said, "Have you guys tried Kinder seasoning?" Yeah, John, we have. It's good. Now, Michelle asks, you can pay more attention. That's
Exactly.
Michelle answers.
Yeah, you get too many people in the on the screen. Yeah, it can get ugly.
Yeah.
It
And,
it can
but
for sure.
but you can also cut your chat short too. The people watching, like John and Michelle, if John asks a question, then you feel like you need to get to Michelle's right away. Are you really giving John his justice? You know what I mean?
Right. Exactly.
And you don't want to piss your viewers off. That's for sure.
What I don't know is, do I need to have? If I'd say if I'm on Facebook, say I'm live here on YouTube, and then I'm also live on Facebook, and I'm also live on Instagram. Do I have to have somebody monitoring those other two platforms, or
No.
does it all show up on the one screen?
So what will happen? So when you go into StreamYard and set up your live,
Right.
you got to click to add to your YouTube, right?
Right.
You can also do that with Facebook, Instagram, Twitch, whatever.
Right.
Uh, and then as you being the host
Right.
on, like right now on my right hand side of the computer down here, it comes up Michelle, John, Rob,
Right.
blah blah blah, Steven, whoever. Um, when it pops up on your feed, it'll say who it is, and then it'll have either the YouTube insignia by it, the Facebook, or the Twitch, or what.
Gotcha. Okay, that answers my question.
So that if when you're hosting and you say, well, um, Charlie Pickles is on YouTube watching, or on
Gotcha. Perfect.
watching. So even though a lot of people are watching on YouTube, you can say the question, and they're like, "Well, I don't see him in the chat." That way, they know where they're coming from, and if you click on their comment in the chat, it'll show they're watching on Facebook. Also, it'll be the round blue symbol with the F.
Well, that makes sense because everybody I see in the chat right now has the YouTube icon.
Right.
Okay, so that makes sense. Yeah, that's good. That's good to
I,
know.
it's just showing um, for the icons. Michelle's an M. Steven has his logo. Rob has his logo. John just has a J. Simon had his logo up. When I chatted earlier in the chat, it gives my little.
Yeah, but it shows it's showing like
It's
Steven. It shows Steven's logo, but it also has the little at least from what I see, the little YouTube icon in
correct.
there.
That
So
way,
for Facebook, it would be the blue
right.
Facebook symbol. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, cool.
That way, the host knows where they're getting the views from.
Okay, perfect.
So you should be able to do it on this by adding Facebook. The same way you added YouTube, you can add Facebook to it also.
Yeah, but I have to have that upper membership deal.
I don't think you do.
Really?
I'm not sure that you have to. I haven't looked into it that far. Maybe you do.
I think I tried experimenting with it, and it said I had to upgrade my StreamYard membership to get the additional.
Yeah, it's quite possible you do. But and that's the nice thing for you as the host, the creator, is you can see where it's coming from.
Right.
So
that would be awesome, and that's kind of especially when I get it eventually, because I bought this other equipment so I can do multi cameras, and ultimately, once in a while, I want to do a live cook where I can just switch camera angles by a push of a button.
Right.
Which is why I'm buying all this extra equipment. Hopefully, I'm going to play around with it next time I go live. I don't know when that's going to be. I'll try to give everyone a heads up where I'll have more than one camera set up. So if I go to make a drink, for example, I just push a button.
You know what?
New camera.
Talk to Mike Wolford, the dude.
Yeah.
because he'll have his phone set up like just off camera, shooting at a different angle.
I
And,
actually had that conversation with him.
yeah,
He's doing a different feed though. He's doing something a little different than what
it,
I'm trying to do. Yeah. When he goes to a different camera angle, he's actually setting up as a different member on the StreamYard.
right,
It's
right,
like dude one, dude two.
right, right.
Well,
And
I'm hoping to just push a button and switch to a different camera all in the same feed.
then, do you remember Phil Riddick, Daddy Cooks?
Yeah.
He has the board where
That's what I just bought. I'm still learning how to let me grab. I just bought it. I haven't used it yet. But after I bought it, I realized I needed some more stuff.
oh, there you go.
Mainly for my cameras, I needed an AC adapter. Oh, well, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Steven just put in the chat though. Talk to Bill Grumpus.
Grumpus, I know you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I got it upside down. I'm sorry.
I wouldn't know.
I can do up to 4. I can do up to 4 cameras on this one gadget. And I can just come in camera 1, camera 2, camera 3, camera 4.
Right.
But I've got to learn how to use the damn thing.
And like John is saying, there's delays in different platforms.
Right.
There is, John, but when he is streaming through StreamYard, it'll come out the same on the original feed.
Right.
So like right now we're talking on the iPad, I have the Chromebook down here. So when I see my hand do this on my iPad, and then I watch the partial screen down below, there's like a 2-second delay. Nobody else will see that unless you're trying to watch on two different devices.
Okay.
So
yeah, I know Mike.
will be
Mike come in on one of my live streams, and I asked him because I noticed he had more than one camera angle. I said, "How do you doing this?" He's actually got 2 StreamYard feeds going on. He'll close out one and go to the other.
Right.
And that's how he's doing it.
And if you are going to test that before you do a video,
I'm going to test it live. Just
I'm saying, like right now would be the perfect time for you to have your other cameras set up and just fix it on something different and hit the button.
That's actually my plan.
What are we doing? We're sitting around bullshitting anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
So now
that's hopefully my next live feed. I will be doing that.
Now time to do it, and.
Well, I don't have my other camera set up right now, but yeah, I hear.
Oh, but I'm saying in a live feed would be the time to do it and say, "Hey guys, you're here. You're my guinea pigs. Put it out there. Who gives a shit?"
Exactly.
And put it out there, and see what people.
Well, I'm hoping to use it to also during the live feed have I got my desk. This is my office. I'm set up where I can actually set up and I can say I want to show you a drink.
Yeah.
And I can just switch it to this other camera, come over here and make you a drink off to the side. And I'll just flip a switch and we're on a different camera and you won't know the difference other than I just switched to a different camera angle.
Right.
And, then I can go back and take that and make that a video later on.
And then, you're talking about the little butane burner. I said, hell, do it inside and incorporate it with. So you got the butane camera, It's not cam. You got your cam,
So yeah, that's kind of my plan. I'm an old man who's a slow learner, so we just got to figure it all out as I go. But
let me just address John here real quick.
Okay.
So John, as you're watching it now, what he's talking about with the multiple camera feeds is how you're watching it now will stay the same. Um, you don't know how big a delay you're on because you're getting the broadcast when you get the broadcast. So if he switches cameras, you're going to see it in quote unquote real time. So nothing would change. Um, it Because when he switches, it'll go to StreamYard and then comes out to you. So if you're trying to say you had your phone up and Ken is on YouTube and Facebook, if you're watching one on YouTube and one on Facebook, you will see a difference if you're watching on two different devices, two different platforms.
Right.
But if you are joining the live like you did tonight, everything will come out at the same time. You won't know the difference.
That's about right. I'm gonna hit some buttons here just because to show you what I say. You and I are sitting here talking with everyone sees us side by side.
Right.
I can also come in here, say I wanted to just show me for a minute. I can click this and go just to me.
Yep.
And if I can do my camera switches and demonstrate making a drink, I can come over here and do a different. I don't know if this will work because there's three of us. Okay. This is say there's three people. It'd show just me.
And then
you're off over here on the side.
The other two would be stacked either like
right
on this side.
Yeah, and I can come in here and do a side by side like this, which is the full camera. I can see your full screen. You can see that. And like we had it before, this is where we were.
All right, go back.
Up to, yep.
Right there.
Okay. So that's showing a full camera of both of us.
4.5 pounds.
Sure,
pounds.
yeah. Let's see what it.
The fish.
Oh, no, that's, okay, the fish, that is actually 6.5 pounds.
Okay.
About a month earlier, that would have been about 8 pounds.
Oh, when it was full of eggs?
Yeah, she was. I caught that in 2009 in Arkansas, Rector, Arkansas. It was Memorial Day weekend, so they just come off the beds.
Oh yeah.
So she had a real fat belly when I actually caught her. So that was me and my wife's cousin were discussing. And he goes, about a month ago, that would probably been about 8-pound fish. And I said, yeah, but here's the scale. It's saying 6.5.
I had that with the crappie. Had I caught it 6 weeks earlier, it would have been 2.5 pounds instead of 115 because it's just shy of 15.5 inches long.
Okay, yeah. But yeah, that was a fun catch. I caught a 4-pounder. This is it's either a small lake or a big pond. It was kind of a farm pond. But they have two there on the property, and this was the larger of the two.
Yeah, we got them around here too.
So yeah.
They are fun.
They produce some big fish.
I caught a 3.5 pound bass on a 5.5 foot ultralight.
Oh my God. Yeah, that's fun.
Oh my God. Best fight of my life.
That is fun.
With my wife, and we made, wait, wrong stream. This isn't OnlyFans. Sorry.
Do I need to go back?
No, I tell you what, I've two best fights fishing I had in my life was that bass, and then and I got the picture around here somewhere. 39-inch freshwater drum.
Wow.
39-inch fish, barely weighed 13 pounds.
Nice.
First 2 times, and we were trolling. First 2 times I was driving the boat, my buddy Gabe heard the drag peel off. He's like, "Oh, we got a snag." I had one line outside, one out the back. So he gets up. He's like, "Oh, never mind, it's out." Peels again. He's like, We got a snag. I said, give me that damn thing. So I pull on a little bit, and I feel a head shake. And I said, this ain't a snag, buddy. We're hoping for, either a good size northern or a
Okay.
really nice walleye. I pull this thing up, and I see its head, and I just shook my head, and he's like, what? I said, it's a damn drum. He goes, what? It's a sheep head. But one of the fights I ever had. But it was a drum.
Wow. We just a funny story in general. I was I don't know, 19, 20 years old, fishing with my dad. I fish a lot at Patoka Lake. It's in southern Indiana. And not about an hour and a half away from here, maybe. And me and Dad went up there in his boat. We were trolling, and I hooked a nice, about 4.5 pound bass, and we were going to go ahead and eat it. My general rule is I won't mount it unless it's over 5 pounds. Now it's even bigger than that since I got a 6.5 pounder. But we put that in the live well. We caught fish during the day, but didn't catch a whole lot. Dad had a homemade live well built out of an igloo cooler in the back of his boat, and had a latch on it. We fished all day, didn't catch much more. We're driving home, and I looked back in my side mirror out, and I said, "Dad, that live well is open." And jumped out. He pulled over. I jumped out. That fish was gone. I'm running around inside the boat trying to find the fish in the live well. Fish is gone. Now, can you imagine? Just picture this in your head. Some drunk going home after left the bar with a fish stuck in his grill. Because this fish obviously jumped out of the boat. Big 4.5 pound bass. And he's trying to explain to his wife where he's been.
You drunk bastard! How drunk you hit a fish?
Can you picture this in your head? That fish was gone.
Probably took out the grill and the radiator. Your car overheated. Oh my God. That would be a story for all time. Guys, I swear to God, I'm driving down the middle of the highway. Fish jumps out of the ditch. A fucking whitetail.
Yeah.
Through my grill, takes out my radiator. I gotta call my wife, and she doesn't believe me.
Yeah, imagine.
That is a story where you start off with, you guys ain't gonna believe this shit.
My only witness to that fish was my dad, and he's passed away now. So, but we don't know where the fish went. We just looked up and seen the live well was open. I was young. I was very young then, but that is a true story that happened.
Okay,
we just made up stories after that.
this is a good reason, kids, if you're listening, wherever you're at. Anytime you're traveling, the hinge goes towards the vehicle. Okay, the clasp goes downwind towards your rear bumper. That way you don't lose fish into people's grills.
I've told that story 100 times, and it's always funny.
Can you imagine that guy how big they were when he sees a fish flying at his car on a highway? Especially if you guys were 30 miles from the closest body of water. It's like, holy shit.
Yeah. Patoka Lake is about an hour and a half from my house. So, and it's, depending on where you were.
Honestly, honey, it must have been a flying fish. I don't know. Oh, my God. And I'm just thinking of like when we used to leave the lake, we might have had somebody legal to drive.
Yeah, that's so, to be honest, we never drink on the water most of the time.
Ice fishing?
Ice fishing, that'd be different. Different.
No, it doesn't matter. Ice or boat fishing. If we're on a 4-day trip and there's 4 of us, there's 4 days to run in a hat, and that's your day to be the good boy.
Okay.
We always designated somebody. But can you imagine driving, having this fish come through, and you got 3 other guys in the truck with you, and be like, "What the hell was that?" That are half in the bottle, and them walking around the front of the truck. All you're going to see is a head, a tail, and a bunch of scales embedded in the radiator. You know how bad them, except the guy who owned the truck.
Yeah.
At least the other 2 are dying of laughter on the side of the road.
Exactly. Explain this one.
I would have been either way. It doesn't matter.
But that is a true story. That fish was gone. That my only witness to catching that that's about 4.5 pounds or so. My only witness is my dad, and he's in heaven now, so I don't even have a witness now.
Hold on. I have to correct John on one thing. John, if it hit somebody else's vehicle, that would have to be grilled.
Try grilled fish.
But I like it.
I like it.
Oh, I can't imagine that 4.5, 5-pound bass right through the front of your vehicle.
Oh, we have no idea what happened there. As far as I know, it just went in a ditch somewhere, but I like my story better.
Hopefully you just hit it with a tire or something.
I'm hoping, yeah.
But I guess if he was close enough, you never know.
Yeah, we have no idea, but that's the story we told anyway.
Hey, remember if I told you I was moving out of Iowa, I was going to move to my favorite uncle down by him?
Yeah.
Look who's in the chat.
Uncle Steve is in the chat. What's going on, buddy? Never mind me. I'm making a drink. Another one. I can't believe I've let you keep me on here this long.
I'm sorry. I know I'm a bad influence.
It's you. It's all you.
It's all me. Blame it on I got wide shoulders and a big ass. I can handle the ass chewing.
All right. Well, since we're here,
I'll probably get one in a month, about 5 weeks anyway.
If anybody wants to join, I haven't done this in a while.
What do you mean? You just did an hour and a half ago.
I did, yeah. I can't believe we're over 2 hours in. I've never been this long in a live.
I'm glad
we got 7 people here. We still have an audience.
I'm glad I can be here first.
That's good. You were here, yeah. I just posted. Somebody wants to join. Jump on in here.
You never know. I don't know if Steve has the young ladies at the house or not. The girls.
Yeah, he's jumped in on my lives in the past. I think it's been a while.
I cannot wait to see them girls again when I go to. I mean, seeing Steve is great, but them 3 gals he's got.
Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness!
There, and
that's what she said.
I'm not going to make the mistake of last year. And if Stevie, the youngest, comes out to paint Johnny Maggs' full head, top of his head, I'm full videoing that. I'm stealing it. I don't care.
Oh my goodness! Let's see here.
Oh, Stevie's right there. Hi, Stevie. Soon. Make sure you got plenty of markers for when Johnny comes.
Oh boy.
This time I think Stevie needs not just do the top of the head. I'm thinking like Lucha Cabra mask or Lucha Libre mask, whatever that's called.
There you go.
He needs to do Johnny full face and head. If I was bald, I'd let her do it to me, but I'm not going to cut my hair before I go down. I guess I got a hat back here. I can cover it up.
There you go. Yeah. So, all right. So where we at? Let's see. We did my fish story. That was always one of my favorite stories. That's just...
I love that story. I really do. See, now I got to behave. I know Stevie's listening, so it's got to reel it back to PG.
Yeah.
On it.
Well, that's why there's a lot of channels out there I don't watch because I got my grandson that lives here, and he's 7 years old, and I'm like, I can't watch Rick's Barbecue Specialties. What's going on?
Oh, you can watch Rick. He's good.
So, yeah, oh yeah. But the Sam the cooking guy, I cannot watch that channel with my grandson.
There's some, and I'm ashamed to say and I went through and I've gotten rid of some of my lives.
I hear you.
It'd be the lives
All right,
because
check this
that
out. Look here.
go off the rails.
Look at here.
Look, there's Kent.
I see you. Hi, Stevie.
Hi.
We're doing our nightly snuggle.
Can you hear
We
me?
just wanted to jump in and say hi.
Oh, that's
Can you hear me?
Hello, hello.
Stevie.
Can you hear me?
Listen,
Stevie,
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
I'm coming down to see you.
she's excited. She's excited to see everybody.
Even
So,
Daddy
well, that
said
ain't a
to
good
bite his
view.
head
Yeah.
again. Bite his head
Hang on.
again.
There we
So,
go. That's a little bit better.
Are you gonna paint Johnny's head?
you gonna paint Johnny's head?
Yeah.
Yep.
Can I take a
Why
video
don't
of
say
it?
my name?
We're gonna wait and do it when he's asleep.
Oh, now I really want a
But
video
I'll be
of it.
fine when he's asleep.
Yeah. Oh.
Daddy's telling him
No. Okay. Tell him one thing, then we're gonna go.
Daddy's old phone is now my phone.
Oh. I got a new
Really?
phone, so I handed mine down to her.
And
Awesome.
Sweet.
stickers on the phone case.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
Stickers on the phone case.
All right.
find
Tell
me,
Kent you'll see him later.
send me a
See
text.
you later, Kent.
And tell Mr. Ken that you said hi. Tell him, say hi, Mr. Ken. Say it. That's Mr. Ken right there. Say hi, Mr. Ken.
Okay.
Hello.
Hi, Mr. Ken.
Hi.
Okay.
You have a good night, okay?
All right. Y'all have a good one. We'll listen in from the chat.
All
All
right,
right,
perfect. Thank you.
Talk to you
Thanks for
later.
stopping by.
All right.
Bye,
Bye-bye.
Stevie. She is such a doll.
Nice. We just had Booger jump in the. Booger jump in the chat. Hello, Booger.
Hi, Bugger. Bugger's not answering me. She's gonna make me watch her video in the morning. She won't answer me. She's not playing fair.
Oh my goodness.
I'm guessing I guessed right though. That's why she's not answering me. So now I tell you what, Steve and his daughters, they are.
I would love to get down there and meet everybody down in Texas.
Such a ball hanging out with them.
So, one of these days, I'll get down. I want to get down and visit some of the old school barbecue places down in Texas. I've never done that.
You know what? 2 years ago when we were down in Houston, we went to the Truth Barbecue,
Okay.
and I tell you what, I was seriously impressed with that place. It was amazing. We have Iowa Barbecue Company here in town.
Right.
I'm trying to be nice. I'm just going to put it this way. When my buddy and I went to Iowa Barbecue Company, we had quarter pounder brisket, 3 ribs, 2 sides, and a drink. My wife and I went to Truth Barbecue, got 3 meats, 2 sides, a drink, and got more meat than what we got here. And it's quite a bit cheaper. And it was better. Oh, wait. I'm finally going to get to meet Rick. Oh, Booger, you can't leave yet. You haven't answered me. Cheater. That's not fair.
Oh, well. Well, bye, Booger. Love you too.
Good night, Booger.
So glad you popped in for a sec.
She couldn't come on camera anyway because it's like way past her bedtime.
I'm surprised I'm even still on here. I can't believe I'm still on here.
No makeup, no hair. Got her glasses on, probably in her jammies.
Jamie's got her big bunny slippers on, whatever. Yeah.
And yeah, missing a piece of apparel. Yeah, live stream with your cousin. Yeah, well, Rick, right now your cousin is not very happy. Let's get the official temperature outside. We dropped it a degree. We are now minus 16, and we've had 16 inches of fresh snow this week. Considering a week ago today we had 0 snow on the ground. Rick, your cousin is not happy. He refuses to use the outdoor facilities, so he's going to pee on my snowblower tire with a puppy pad underneath him. He is not happy. He has hair shorter than you, which is hard to say. You know this, though. And, yeah, he's not happy. Damn near 40 below wind chill out.
My buddy's texting me. I said, sorry, I'm live. Go live. I can't answer that question, though. But I got to ask a question by my best friend, and I'm like, I'm live. I can't talk right now.
There's, Steve put something in the chat for you. Anything you want to try?
The only thing I've tried is the Gator Shake. That's the only thing I have tried. I would love to. I know there's several in there that I do want to try.
That means you're missing out on 14 others.
Yeah, I know. So I need to get in there and hook up with you and get the others.
What do you think? Let's see.
I'll take notes here.
Next cooks.
I know you had some competition shake, or
Yeah, you know what? If you want to try something with Steve's, I would say the competition line along with the smoke bomb.
smoke bomb. That's interesting.
Yeah, don't say Gator Shake too loud, according to Rick. Rick has Texas Trinity, Freebird, and Beef Hog. But Rick's wife loves Steve's Gator Shake. I'm just saying. And I'm going to be honest with you. I love Rick's Texas Trinity.
Really?
That's his SPG on steroids.
Okay.
I got 2 fresh bottles of that up here. I use.
What do you recommend on steak? Just a good old hearty steak.
I am going to say, well, there's 3 of Steve's you can't go wrong with on steak. You can't go wrong with All American SPG.
Okay.
His SPG covers a lot because it is that's what it is. It's SPG. It's
Gotcha.
I mean, it's keto friendly. It's everything. If you want a little sugar with it, you can go with his Lucky Shake or thick meat is always good. I did thick meat and Lucky Shake on a brisket before the All American SPG came out.
Gotcha.
Oh, yeah. Steve says just give Kent a shipping address.
I can do that.
He'll send you a little something.
Yeah.
Steve is very good about that.
Yeah. I've that's the only thing I've had is the Gator Shake, and I loved it.
Oh, Gator Shake is, well, Rick's wife can attest to how good Gator Shake is. You don't have to take my word for it. Gator Shake on wings is phenomenal.
Mm. I believe I've done that one. Yep.
Gator Shake on popcorn is phenomenal.
Popcorn. That's interesting.
Gator Shake on seafood, phenomenal.
Okay.
Um, Not to coin what James gave Rick's Texas Trinity, gave it the nickname of SPG on steroids. So I would equate Gator Shake. Do you remember Bazelle seasoning back in the day?
Oh.
Simon.
Whoops.
Hey, what's up, Simon?
What's going on, Simon? What's going on,
Can
man?
y'all hear me?
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Got you,
All
buddy.
right, hold on. Let me fix my sound a little bit.
Okay.
So I can hear y'all. Oh.
I would call Gator Shake like almost like a fine lemon pepper.
Okay.
That's citrus forward.
Right.
That's the best way I know how to describe it, is lemon pepper on steroids, even though it's not very peppery. You know what
Right.
I mean? Yeah. I got a bag of Gator Shake up here.
All right.
A bag?
Mm-hmm. I've got enough bottles. Steve sends it to me in bulk. Like when I get my orders from Steve, being in Iowa, it's a lot of pork. So this was actually a Regal Spice mild red pepper.
Good Lord.
So I keep this around because this is, well, it's got the old name on it where it says pig powder. But this is what I keep my pig shake in because I can seal it up good and tight. And most of that's going to be gone here in about 2 weeks. So
I have Steve saying Sweet and Spicy did a triple walk this evening. So
where, Steve?
Did a triple up this evening. Okay. Nice.
Walk this evening. What? Put in the chat what competition or whatever that was at. I would like to see that.
I know I've done Gator Shake on wings. I'm pretty sure I got a video on it, to be honest.
Sweet. Okay, I'll put it this way. My wife used to use, when she makes chili, used to use, quite a bit of chili powder and cumin in it.
Okay.
She now uses smoke bomb and spicier in her chili. And so do I.
Smoke bomb. Yeah.
I'm 5 for 5 in my last 5 chili cook-offs. So, yeah, I'm happy with that.
what about the Texans?
The Splashway cook-off.
86 teams.
That is awesome.
Nice.
Sweet and spicier. If I'm just, and I don't want to make it sound stupid, but if I'm doing normal cooking, sweet and spicier is my go-to. For on the competition side, it's the competition blends hands down. So it will be on the nation. Okay, thank you, Steve. I will look that up definitely. That is awesome. That is awesome. Rick, yeah, your Texans kicked ass. I know, I watched it.
Yeah, they did.
Okay.
Set a rookie record for a quarterback, 3 touchdowns in a playoff game, and I think it might be a record for 2 pick sixes in a playoff game too. Ooh. Yeah, they throttled the Browns. Oh my God! After the after the first quarter, it was all Texans. There's nothing left for the Browns to do.
Mm-mm.
Go home.
Of course, my boys are going home now, so it's okay. But I'm staying with them, guys.
Well, that's the Bengals. So
That is the Bengals.
You know, I want to say something, but we talked earlier about karma.
It was a bad year. It was a bad year. Injuries. With I'll go with that.
All I'm going to say, and out of love for my brother Simon, I'm just hoping the state of Texas goes 1-1 this playoff season.
oh,
I mean, if the Texans win and the Cowboys lose tomorrow, I'm all right with it. Even though what was the final score tonight? 45-14 in the Texans game. That could be the score tomorrow in the Dallas Green Bay game too. I don't know. Just hoping Green Bay ends up with 45. I don't see it happening, but
it'll probably be 13.
we already overachieved this year, so whatever. No, I'm good with it. I'm good with it.
I walked away with my head down. That's okay.
I think Dallas has a hell of a team.
They
got great.
I'm not going to argue that.
They got great talent. I only have one question. Earlier today, before the game started, they talk about all the X's going back. So you got Matthew Stafford for the Lions going back to Detroit for a playoff game, right? They have Tyreek Hill going back to Kansas City for a game. Okay. There's a third one. Who is it? Shit. They showed it earlier. The only one they didn't show was the fact that Deshaun Watson, even though he wasn't playing, is a Browns quarterback going back to Houston. They didn't show that. How come? Did the Deuces in the Houston area get nervous, or what's the deal? I'm just putting it out there. Oh, the other one was McCarthy coaching against the Packers.
This is one of those unique days where I barely turned on the TV. So,
well, you got ex-players, ex-coaches playing against their former teams, but they didn't bring up Deshaun Watson being a Brown going back to Houston. You know, is it the too soon category or what?
Maybe. I don't know. So, let's see here. Smoke bomb. I'm looking at Rick's.
Yeah, smoke bomb.
I kind of want the smoke bomb now. All of a sudden.
I would a triple in a cook down in South Texas.
I would say, Ken, if you want to try some bottles, depending how much smoking you're going to do, I would say competition line and smoke bomb. Or if you're going to do more indoor cooking, oh, geez, Steve, I just got a notification on that. I would say can't go wrong with sweet and spicy. You can never go wrong with Gator Shake. SPG, of course.
I need to get on there.
Pot roast. If you're going to do a pot roast, chuck roast, something like that. Thick meat, definitely in there. A little more heat. Just go with the spicier instead of sweet and spicier.
I talked to you earlier about my... I don't know what happened there. I talked to you earlier about that venison roast. So,
ooh, lucky.
I don't know what happened, Simon. Did you?
I would go Lucky Shake on. I don't know. What are you going to do with the venison roast?
I ain't decided yet. I just got it last week, so I'm like, it's in my freezer.
Well, I know I got an arm roast that I'm defrosting a little bit. We're gonna do some hot beef sandwiches at work next Friday, and
Simon hit the wrong button.
oh,
Come on
shit.
back, Simon.
Yep. Come on back, buddy. I would. I'm gonna use either SPG or cow shake. I'm actually gonna use it as like a dry brine.
Steve says he knows what to send me.
Oh yeah,
I know
Steve. If you're gonna mention what you're cooking, Steve has a read on this stuff.
Oh, I have no doubt. I have no doubt.
I tell you what, not enough people give that guy credit for how smart he is.
Oh, yeah.
And he's I can't say enough good things about the man. To be honest.
I totally believe you. And Papa Texas sent me a bottle of the Gator Shake.
Oh yeah,
I got that with those. Yeah.
well, and Papa is the one who led us to Uncle
Yeah.
Steve.
Oh, I believe. Oh, absolutely.
Papa had a kick for that Bazell's seasoning, and then Bazell's closed down. And Papa found Gator Shake. I think it was at a Buc-ee's, if I remember right. If I remember the story right. And Papa reached out to Steve and he says, "Okay, if I use your seasoning on a YouTube video?" And Steve's like, "Yeah, go ahead." And it snowballed from there.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And
I'm
then
a part smeller. I mean, smart feller.
yeah. See, and that's exactly Steve right there. And then we came down to the fact that we were Rob the barbecue pit dog,
Okay.
Papa, and I were all going to do a video with one of Steve's shakes at the time. And we all decided, I think at the time, Steve had the original 4 out. He had original, Gator Shake, spicier, and I want to say thick meat was the 4th one.
Gotcha. Yeah.
So we all picked a protein, and then we all used a different seasoning on a different kind of grill. So, and then, Steve's been, a great supporter for my channel, definitely since then, both through the barbecue side and on the channel side. I mean,
did I just see your Chihuahua wearing a sweater?
no. No, you did not. You saw my wife's Chihuahua wearing a sweater. Rick, your cousin's a wussy. Yeah, he has one that says "Bad Fur Day" or one that says "Still lives at home." He's got about 6 of them that she's bought. It's not my dog.
I understand. I know we got a couple too.
One in the house, and he needs something. He's worse than a needy stepchild. But he's
all right. That was funny. I seen that dog walk through there. I said, "That could have very well been my dog."
Chico. So much crap in this garage. I can't. He's only 4.5 pounds. I think he went in the house. But no, there's a reason I got this flag here, and I got one in my barbecue trailer.
Nice.
I use his stuff, and you know what? If you look right here, his stuff wins.
There you go.
So That turkey, I used a combination of West Coast shake and bird shake. It's my
Oh,
first
cool.
ever KCBS call right here. And
Nice.
that was in
Nice.
July last year. In my
One of these days, I might get brave enough to try a comp.
first for me KCBS cook. That's my first call right there. The
So,
second one sitting right up there is a fourth place rib call out of 37 teams.
so
And I beat
nice.
2 world champions in ribs that day with pig shake.
It's been several years. The last competition I did was winemaking at our local state fair.
Oh,
So
I'd love to judge that.
that was fun. I did that. I haven't done it in a long time. I never took a first. I took some honorable mentions. I took a second place in a blackberry wine once, a long time ago. But I haven't even made any in a long time, to be honest. So
Blackberry wine.
did the blackberry. I did most everybody makes a super sweet blackberry wine. I made a semi-sweet that actually took second place, and everyone loved it. It was really good.
That,
So
I would enjoy doing a.
Oh,
I
there
only
you are.
I did a wine tasting once, and I woke up the next morning with the worst hangover ever.
Wine drunks are bad. Wine drunks are really bad.
7-course meal with a different wine in each one. I got up the next morning, thought I had sandpaper in my mouth. I grabbed a big old 32-ounce glass of water and chugged that and was drunk all over again. I'm like, really? That's why people drink wine?
Yeah, wine drunks are bad. Never get drunk on wine.
No.
Wine drunks are bad.
First and only time.
Welcome back, Simon.
Yep. I promise not to play with my phone again.
I hear you.
What are you up to today, pal? Or what were you up to, I should say?
I'm fighting off allergies, so I'm not all that great right now.
Yeah, me too.
My wife suffers from allergies, and a couple of our kids do. I have never had that problem, thank God.
Yeah, the winds changed out of the north. So all the stuff from the hill country is coming my way. So
Yeah, well, don't get too much of this cold wind. You'll be hunkered down pretty hard, buddy.
yeah.
So
I need tomorrow. I need to go buy some Allegra D or something to help me with the allergies.
oh yeah.
Yeah, let's see. Yeah, I do the I forget what it's called. I do some allergy medicine nearly every day.
Oh yeah.
Just take something. I do one. I don't even know what I'm taking now. Right off the minute, I had an issue with I forget what it's called. I got dizzy, vertigo.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I wasn't sure what everyone was saying. The crystals going on in your head. I had an episode a few years ago where I got dizzy out cutting grass, and it scared the hell out of me. And I took off walking. Actually, the dizziness went away because I was just trying to get to a point where if I collapsed, someone could see me. And dizziness went away, but I was sitting down with my wife talking, and she was like, "What's going on?" I said, "I have no idea." And all of a sudden, my arm went numb. I said, "Shit, I'm having a stroke."
Oh boy.
So we went to the hospital. To take me to the hospital. I'm having a stroke. My arm went numb. And ironically, it was the wrong arm. It should have been this arm.
Well,
I didn't know. I was panicked.
typically in your normal stroke, it is the right arm, but there have been cases where the left arm goes numb.
Yeah. Turns out I did not have a stroke, but no one ever explained to me why I got dizzy. And I was sitting at work, I don't know, a year or so ago, maybe a year and a half ago. while I was at my desk, I started getting dizzy, and it did not go away. And I ended up in the hospital because everyone panicked. Once my face turned white, and I started sweating, and I eventually threw up all over every place. Got me to the hospital, and the doctor come back because you had vertigo. And I said, I barely knew what it was. And he goes, you'll be fine. Go see your doctor. And my doctor come back, and I was he goes, looking at your numbers and all your med records. He goes, I was ready to send you off to some neural surgeon or whatever and have you really checked out. And he goes, I'm going to put you on an allergy pill, and hopefully that'll take care of it. And so far, a year and a half later, I've not had any issues.
Oh, that's good.
So,
that's good.
But yeah, it was wild because I got really dizzy and I'm sitting at my desk and everything just spinning. Everyone thought I was having a heart attack. I was not having a heart attack, but
the last time I did that at my desk, everybody, was worried, and I just told them I was drunk when I came to work, and they were like, "Oh, that's understandable."
So that was a wild ride, but yeah, it was. Man, that was ugly. But I take allergy pills every single day, and like tonight, I was feeling. I thought I was running a fever, but I checked my temperature and I wasn't. I kind of felt like I had a fever, and all of a sudden I went and took some Tylenol. I checked my temperature, no fever.
Yep.
And I feel fine now, other than the beam is talking, But...
Yep. I'm at 99.9 right now, so it's like.
Oh, yeah. Really?
Yeah.
Well, that's fever, ain't it? That's. Yeah, that's.
Just
I felt like that earlier, but I was like 97 something,
Ken, what you just had a hot flasher and menopause.
It might be. That might be it. All right, guys. We're pushing 3 hours here, and I've never been live for 3 hours.
Rookie.
You're exactly right.
I did it last night, just out of the blue.
My lives are normally about an hour.
Yeah. Simon, I would have been there last night, but I was in bed at 8:30. I had to get up to push snow at 4:30.
Yeah.
Mm.
Nope. I had to make sure Buzz ate his shrimp.
Yeah. Oh, we ain't going nowhere yet. Ken's mixing another drink.
I only think I've been on here drunk one time.
But then again, you don't remember, right?
At least that I remember. So yeah, I'm gonna wake up and watch this video back, and I'm like, well, that's embarrassing.
Delete.
And I'm blaming Kent.
Yeah. Good idea.
So we still got. I tell you what, it's one of the biggest audiences I've had in a while. So we're at, what, 6, 7 now? I think we're up to like 12. I haven't been. I used to go live every Sunday. That was just a guarantee, and I would get some pretty good audiences. Then I quit going live, and now that I've been trying to go live from time to time, it's been kind of staggered what I'll get.
Yep. Yeah, if you set yourself a schedule, people will follow you, and
what you said is a good schedule. I have not done that. It's just kind of I'll go live. I've been trying to go live on Saturday, but it's not guaranteed. But
right,
I need to get back into a schedule a little bit and stick to the 1 hour.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
So cool. So you're down in what part of Texas are you in?
San Antonio. San
Antonio, okay. Yeah. So little ways down there. Yeah.
I got your stickers about a month ago. You guys sent me some stickers.
That's right. You sent me stickers?
No, you sent me stickers.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I did. That's right.
Yeah.
I put up the I'm gonna have to order some more here pretty soon. If anybody is live on here now, I don't know how many we got.
You have
You
7
send me
people.
an email. I will send you some decals if you're still on here and you want some. Look me up in YouTube in the about page. I believe my email address is in there.
Exactly. Right about in your about page.
Yeah, it's in there. I will send. You love my lives. Thank you, Michelle. You're still here. 3 hours in. God love you. God love you if you're here 3 hours in.
The trooper.
Gotta love Michelle. She's very loyal to the channel. I love it. And I promise I'm going to be filming this week. I ain't sure what I'm filming, but I'm going to film this week. I took a couple weeks off for the new year, and I do it every year just to kind of chill out a little bit. And there through the month of December was very busy. I was moving my daughter, and yeah, I was exhausted. So
Yeah, no, I took some ibuprofen earlier, so I bet it's just kicking in right now. So
yeah, generally ibuprofen. I love ibuprofen for pain. I generally do Tylenol for fever. That's just kind of my rule. But
yeah,
John S., Happy New Year. All right. It's been 3 hours. Yeah, it's been. I've never been 3 hours live. Never. I have never done that. I blame Kent.
you have 4 more minutes to be 3 hours official.
And you're welcome.
And Steve said, send you my mailing address. I think you have my mailing address, but I'll send it to you again.
I will. I have a file of addresses up here.
I'll send you my email so you can send to Steve.
Or yeah, whatever works. Uh oh. Hold on.
What's that?
Rick
Oh God.
sends me this picture. It's the big mascot of the Texans. I mean, he's like 12 feet tall, and there's a Cleveland Brown laying on the ground. And the Texans running over him with the ball. And it says, "Lep TV is ignoring me. Wonder why." So is his sidekick Joey. Good old football rivalries. You gotta love them.
Gotta love it. Gotta love it.
So that's funny right there.
So let's see here. All right, guys. Tell you what, I think I'm done.
All right, buddy.
Right. Yeah, have a good night.
I'm trying to sit there and look, see if I missed any comments I should have answered.
I think you're probably good there, pal.
I think I'm good. So, guys, it's been a blast. I've had my longest live ever. Ken's fault.
You're welcome.
And we'll do this again real soon. Probably, I'm going to try to get back into doing it every week, or at least every other week, or whatever. And we've got some new things coming throughout the year, and I'm going to have videos. I'm going to start doing videos again, probably within the next week or so. So, Simon, Kent, thanks for joining me.
Before you sign off,
Yeah.
read Michelle's comment.
Uh-oh. Yes, Ken, it's all right as long as your wife agrees. Well, there's a lot of truth there.
Amen. So
She's retired now. She just wants me to leave her alone.
stay on all night, honey. Just don't wake me up when you come to bed.
Don't wake me up. Don't bug me. Stay the hell out of my way.
That's funny.
We're still raising one grandchild, so during the week now, I try to be real quiet. My youngest daughter's staying with me right now. Not a problem at all. So I just got to be quiet in the mornings.
Right. Gotcha.
So And I'll go in there and I'll kiss her goodbye before I go to work, and they're all still asleep at the moment. So I'm like, okay. But guys, thank you for joining me, and we'll do this again real soon.
All right, buddy. Take
All
care.
right, guys. God bless you. Cheers to all of you.
Cheers, buddy.
Later.
And we'll see you next time. God bless you, folks. Bye-bye.
All right. See you, pal.
All right, buddy.